exciting, and we look forward to all the beautiful things that will be happening on the caravan. But while at it, you would want to stay updated with the news, and so we're giving you a shortcut. Go onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel One News Online app. It's hosted on the Google Play Store. Go and download it and have access to the news even as you travel the country. So provided you have internet, voila, you have access to the news. It is relevant, it is accurate, it is timely, and it is factual. So you can depend on it 100%. So go onto the Google Play Store, download the Channel One News Online app, and you have the news. Okay, wherever it is that you are, you'll be able to access the news. But thank you for joining us. Let's get into the newspapers, shall we? This morning, I'm starting off with the Ghanaian Times. Front page has a picture of the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and he's speaking on the Burkina Faso attack. So story says, Burkina Faso fatal attack. President Mahama orders evacuation of injured traders. Burkina Faso fatal attack. President Mahama orders evacuation of injured traders. MOFA, that's the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, and Fore sign landmark deal to digitize Agric. So this is an MOU between the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and Fore Digital, and they have signed a landmark deal to digitize agriculture. Police rearrest suspected cop killer. Police rearrest suspected cop killer. IGP and AG, so the Inspector General of Police and the Attorney General, moved to compensate multimedia journalist after 8 years. So yeah, Latif Idrisu suffered some brutality some 8 years ago, and good news is that the IGP and the AG are making efforts to compensate him after 8 years of that attack. Let me jump to the back page. The back page says, tomato traders suspend Burkina Faso imports after deadly attack. Tomato traders suspend Burkina Faso imports after deadly attack. Has a lot of impact. I'm seeing my name in the story. Apparently, the chairman of the Ghana National Tomato Traders and Transporters Association is known as Eric Osei-Tufo. Anyways. The final story on the back page says, protect Katamanso forest from destruction and encroachment. Ajinwe family urges government. Protect Katamanso forest from destruction and encroachment. Ajinwe family urges government. So that's on the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Well, let me take you to the Chronicle newspaper. Chronicle is heavy on crime this morning. And front page says, police wage war on criminal gangs. Missing police AK-47 assault rifle and others retrieved. Ammunition, Volta cocaine seized. 150,000 cedis bribe rejected. You see the way and manner in which the IGP is promoting officers, no? If you go and offer bribes, they won't take you, they'll catch you. So just do the right thing. Police wage war on criminal gangs. Missing police AK-47 assault rifle and others retrieved. Ammunition, Volta cocaine seized. 150,000 cedis bribe rejected. KS Relief distributes 7,640 food baskets to Muslims ahead of Ramadan. Well, let's wish Muslim brothers, Muslim family, a healthy and happy Ramadan as they embark on their fast. We wish them well, strength to them as they embark on their fast. So the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has distributed some 7,640 food baskets to Muslims ahead of the Ramadan. Now, scripture for today, as captured on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper, says, requite them according to their work and according to the evil of their practices. Requite them according to the deeds of their hands. And this is Psalm 28, verse 4. Psalm 28 verse 4. Requite them according to their work and according to the evil of their practices. Requite them according to the deeds of their hands. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Let me take you to the Daily Guide newspaper. Front page says Cocoa Board cuts salaries by 20%. Management calls for calm. Cocoa Board cuts salaries by 20%. Management calls for calm. Okay. Anti-LGBTQ bill back in Parliament. Anti-LGBTQ bill back in Parliament. Karaminga barrier attack. Karaminga barrier attack. Police killer arrested. Okay. SkyTrain trial. Court orders ex-secretary to produce board minutes. SkyTrain trial. Court orders ex-secretary to produce board minutes. Woman, 2 sons killed in bloody fight. Sometimes some of the stories it's so frustrating to read or to hear. Woman and 2 sons killed in bloody fight. Okay. So that's the Daily Guide newspaper. Let's go to the New Publisher. The New Publisher says Ken not left NPP. That's according to his spokesperson. So spokesperson for Ken Kennedy Ohene Japan says the party stalwart has not left the party. Cocoa price reduction mid-season is illegal. That's Afenyo Markin, and he's demanding a reversal of the reduction in the farm gate price of cocoa. So cocoa price reduction mid-season is illegal. Afenyo Markin demands reversal. Cocoa Board cuts salaries and spending amid public outcry. Cocoa Board cuts salaries and spending amid public outcry. Fifi Kwete goes hard on appointees who want party positions in addition. Fifi Kwete, that's the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress NDC, goes hard on appointees who want party positions in addition. So that's the front page of the New Publisher. I'll take you to the Inquisitor. Inquisitor says, impending John Smiling Mafia. I like how you capture it. So there's been rumors about a reshuffle that is beckoning, and Inquisitor has, if you like, is leaking some info. Impending John Smiling Mafia reshuffle. Appointees jittery. Arrogant, non-performing ones to go. Okay. Police rearrest suspected killer of officer. Mahama speaks at Ghana Tree Crops Investment Summit and Exhibition. Meet Mr. Nat Achampong, new Deputy Managing Director of BOST. So that's Salifu Nat Achampong. And then you have Ghana, Lebanon in high security talks in Accra. Ghana and Lebanon in high security talks in Accra. So that's the Inquisitor newspaper. I'm going to take you to the Informer. The Informer says, Fifi Kwete blast greedy bastards. And you have greedy bastards in inverted commas in NDC over dual positions. So recall that the party announced its position on government appointees who also seek to contest for party position. It says drop it before you come and contest. And Fifi Kwete blasts greedy bastards in NDC over dual positions. Mahama appeals to cocoa farmers to accept government offer. Terrorist attack on Ghanaian traders. National security must be proactive. Security Dawn urges as Baumia calls for deepening intelligence sharing. Karaminga barrier attack. Police rearrest suspected killer of officer. Karaminga barrier attack. Police rearrest suspected killer of officer. I'll continue to hold government accountable. That's according to Afenyo Markin. Illegal connections killing Ghana Water Company account for 8.6 million cedis of revenue losses. So that's according to the Informer newspaper. Now let's do some business. We start off with Economy Times. Economy Times front page says bank lending rates fall in response to latest BOG benchmark interest rate cuts. Bank lending rates fall in response to latest BOG benchmark interest rate cut. Renewed leadership spearheads sprinter pace reform agenda at Energy Commission. Okay. Renewed leadership spearheads sprinter pace reform agenda at Energy Commission. GCB Bank prepares to launch non-interest banking window as board embarks on partnership visit to IIFM. That's the International Islamic Financial Market. So that's the front page of the Economy Times. Let's go to the BNFT, Business and Financial Times. Annual tomato imports hit 760 million cedis. Annual tomato imports hit 760 million cedis. Cocoa bonds test market depth. Cocoa bonds test market depth. Africa's water crisis exposes cost of debt-ridden global financial system. Africa's water crisis exposes cost of debt-driven global financial system. You have restructuring our insolvent state-owned enterprises, a rescue from collapse. That's a feature. And you have UPSA at 60, strengthening partnerships for the future. So you get these stories and more when you go to the Business and Financial Times. Now let me take you online real quick. I'll start off with citynewsroom.com. All right, let's do channel1newsonline.com and then we'll do citynewsroom.com. So channel1newsonline.com says government approves 2 new cashew factories in Bono and Bono East. Government approves 2 new cashew factories in Bono and Bono East. So that's on channel1newsonline.com. Let's get you some more stories from channel1newsonline.com. Dafia Mekpo says lawyers are economic powerhouses, not just professionals. Lawyers are economic powerhouses, not just professionals. Let's get some more stories from Channel 1 News Online. Ghana summons Russian ambassador over explicit video allegations. No risk of cement contaminated beans entering Ghana. That's according to the FDA. Mahama Yariga, that's the majority leader in parliament, says reviewing cocoa price downwards not illegal. Death toll rises to 8 in Burkina Faso attack. Death toll rises to 8 in Burkina Faso attack. Constitution of Ghana Amendment Bill 2025 laid before Parliament. And then you have strike action lawful when dialogue fails. That's GAWA telling the National Labour Commission, NLC. So that's the Ghana Association of University Administrators. Ghana to stop exporting raw cashew and shea. That's according to John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana. And then President Mahama to deliver State of the Nation address on February 27. All right, so those are some stories on channel1newsonline.com. You have been the best platform. Caveman CEO, Hail City FM, and Channel 1 TV. All right, let's go to citynewsroom.com real quick. Government settles 10 billion cedis interest under DDEP. Government settles 10 billion cedis interest under DDEP. Car buyers reassess used imports as Chinese brands compete on price. Car buyers reassess used imports as Chinese brands compete on price. Know your role. Dafia Mekpo to judges criticizing legal education bill. Know your role. Dafia Mekpo to judges criticizing legal education bill. Again, Dafia Mekpo says GBA has lost its relevance and credibility. That's the Ghana Bar Association has lost its relevance and credibility. Dafia Mekpo defends state sponsorship of Hajj pilgrimage. So he sat with Umaru Sanda Amadu on the face-to-face program here on Channel 1 television. The FDA is warning that the scarlet beans could signal danger. The scarlet beans could signal danger. So we the gobe lovers, though, we have to be careful. You understand? Edem Agbana to petition GES over colonization content in Aki-Ola textbook. As for the textbooks and the contents, all of us will have to petition GES one day, but it's okay. So go online, channel1newsonline.com as well as citynewsroom.com. You get details of some of these stories as well as several others. I am Nanatifo Boateng. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the news review segment.
Go Ghana. This much, we don't just remember where we're from, we celebrate who we are. Our stories, our culture, our rhythm, our pride. And it all begins with an evening designed to set the tone for an unforgettable Heritage Month. Join us as we officially launch the Heritage Month 2026 in grand style, color, and culture. Date is Wednesday, 25th February 2026. The venue is the Channel 1 TV Gardens. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. It will be an evening of culture, conversation, music, fashion, and storytelling as we unveil the exciting lineup of events and programs specially curated for you this March. From powerful cultural experiences to engaging community moments to celebrations that connect generations. The Heritage Month 2026 promises something for everyone. This is more than a lunch. It's a gathering of cultural lovers, a meeting of tradition and modern expression, a night that sets the heartbeat for the month ahead. The Heritage Month Launch 2026. We will see you there. This event is strictly by invitation.
Sweet Roots Secondary School invites all alumni and stakeholders to the 67th anniversary and homecoming celebrations. It's happening from Friday the 20th of March to Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. On Friday, How I Got There, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Year groups check-in and roll call. Gary Soakins competition. Cadet course ceremony from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All students convoy. Drive to Swesco, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Candlelight procession from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome cocktail with alumni and staff of the school. Meet and greet with Kompa Band performing live at the forecourt of the school complex from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, speech and prize giving day from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. All year groups lunch from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Alumni dance party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, anniversary Thanksgiving service at 8 a.m. A great opportunity to reconnect with your old mates. Contact your year group president now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best. On this happy trip back.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
If you're not chinampe, na complain there in the sense, why do you share one rooms now? It doesn't smell pleasant. Or haunting no complaints now be bring to the fair and
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced and well-endowed countries you would find. months.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story, and we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel One television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel One TV.
Beyond Borders airs every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel One TV and is brought to you by Copen Hospitality.
Watching DSTV means getting the TV you love, but staying connected means getting something extra. Stunning. Extra matches, extra dramas, the best local and the world's biggest. Extra laughter, music, movies, and extra vim.
I love it.
Just stay connected or reconnect and get upgraded to the next higher package at no extra cost. Charlie, we got you. Keep watching. Get more with DSTV.
Hello there. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily live on Channel One TV. I am Nanatufo Boateng. We're about to go into the news review segment where we get to have a conversation on some topical issues. And of course, we share ideas, bring different perspectives to the matters, and invite you to join us because the show is interactive. So send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions via our WhatsApp number. You can join us on our socials. We're streaming live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And we're interactive, we're engaging on X as well as Instagram. We have exclusive video content for you on TikTok as well. So go follow, go subscribe, go share, go like. And don't forget to invite others to also join in. We want to hear from you this morning, so send us your thoughts. We're going straight into the conversations. This morning, I have Kotia Nuruddin. He's a comms officer, communications officer for WA Central, yes. And of course, he's with the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations as a director.
Currently, I'm the Deputy Communications Officer.
Deputy Comms.
But aspiring to become the main Communications Officer.
Wow. We wish you well.
Thank you so much.
And it's the first time we're seeing you here, so welcome.
Yes.
And a Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you so much.
I was speaking about your smoke earlier.
Yes.
I think I like this style.
Yeah.
We need to consider getting...
It's a craft from the Upper West region.
Beautiful.
And this was donated to me by a friend who deals in smokes called Kalasco in the Upper West region.
Nice.
WA Central to be precise.
Nice.
So
it's
if you want one, I can make one available for you.
Sure, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. This is beautiful.
Very well.
All right, so we're starting off from the unfortunate attack on our brothers and sisters who went to trade in Burkina Faso. We understand the death toll has risen to 8.
Yeah.
The president has spoken and announced evacuation of the injured to Ghana. But let's look at the matter holistically, considering our border security, our inter-country sharing of intelligence, and the possible impact on trade, especially tomato imports from Burkina Faso. What do you make of this attack, and how do you see it impacting us as a people?
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me begin by saying a very good morning to your cherished viewers and, of course, listeners. And also to extend my good morning to my boss, the Venerable Minister for Labor, Employment and Jobs, Dr. Alhaji Rashid Hassan Pelpo, who just returned from Ethiopia yesterday night. I wish him well and his family. And my brother, let me hasten to also say a very good morning to my senior, Honorable Hamza Suhini, in whose stead I am here to represent him in this program. So wherever he is, I wish Honorable Hamza Suhini well and his family. My brother, it is instructive to note that when it has to do with security and peace relative to Ghanaians, it is our onerous responsibility as government to ensure that every Ghanaian citizen enjoy peace and is secured wherever he is, whether you are in the country or whether you are outside the country.
True.
We must ensure that you are protected. We must ensure that you are not exploited. And we must ensure that you enjoy all the peace and harmony that you deserve. And we do so by, passing through or abiding by the legal rudiments of the system. So let me sympathize with the families of those who lost their lives relative to this reckless terrorist attack in Burkina Faso. It is a sad day for Ghana, it is a sad day for Africa, and for that matter, West Africa. You know, broad border trade is something that hasn't started today.
Yeah.
It has been with us since time immemorial.
True.
And so one cannot prevent a citizen from other country from trading in your country. So Ghana has been a member of ECOWAS, and for that matter has that leverage for its citizens to trade in other countries. So Ghana and Burkina Faso has been cordially engaging in trade, and we haven't seen or heard of such nature of incident before. So it's rather unfortunate. We condemn the act, the government condemns it, and we regret whatever happens. But however, what is government doing? Government is ensuring that this has to do with diplomacy. You know, Burkina Faso is a sovereign nation.
True.
And every sovereign nation has the right to protect its citizens within its territorial area. You cannot send your police or your security men to enter into another sovereign state to effect, or to enforce your laws. What you do is to tighten your diplomatic ties, to do engagement, make sure that you do broad consultation to ensure that the peace that these countries enjoy is not mad. So what the government of Ghana is doing is using her diplomatic ties to negotiate with the government of Burkina Faso to ensure that those affected citizens of Ghana are evacuated, in fact medically evacuated to Ghana for treatment. And government is committed to doing that, and they have already started the negotiations, and everything is moving on steadily. I am aware that the government of Burkina Faso is cooperating with the Ghana government through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to ensure that there are no more injuries, there are no more attacks. It is rather unfortunate about the incident that happened, to the fact that we lost about, yesterday I heard about 7, but this morning when I woke up, it's risen to 8. It is not justified for us to even lose a single life.
At all.
To lose a single life, not to talk about 8 Ghanaian citizens. It's rather unfortunate, and we condemn that act. And going forward, we don't want such act to repeat itself again, whilst conforming to the rules and regulations of the ECOWAS. And we should not also lose sight of the fact that Sahel African countries, and more importantly Burkina Faso and the rest,
Mali,
the issues of insecurity in those areas cannot be underestimated.
True.
We have had pockets of violence and other terrorist attacks within those areas. What government of Ghana has to do is to strengthen our security network, is to ensure that wherever our citizens are protected, and we strengthen our laws and make sure that it doesn't deteriorate our economic ties and our diplomatic ties with neighboring countries. And by so doing, it will inure to the benefit of the ordinary Ghanaian, and we will be protected.
Thank you. Let's say good morning to Awal. Awal Mohammed is a member of the MPP's National Communications team. Awal, good morning. Good to see you.
Welcome.
To see you. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You really mentioned my name. That's the pronunciation.
Awal.
Yes.
But most people tend to say Awal.
Yes.
Yeah, Awal.
Even myself, when I'm telling people, I tend to say Awal because that's how they will be able to identify me.
So we're learning by the day. We're learning small. But
yes,
welcome.
Yes.
There's the issue of this unfortunate attack in Burkina Faso. Unfortunately, we lost 8 of our compatriots who were there just to trade, to actually bring in food so you and I can get some to eat. The government has made some commitments to medically evacuate the injured and bring them back home for treatment. We understand that some DNA or forensic testing will be done to identify those who have been burnt and all. But we have an envoy to the Sahel regions. Government has appointed an envoy to the Sahel regions. How much of a responsibility does such an unfortunate attack place on him?
Thank you so much, and good morning to our cherished viewers, and good morning to my brother. We've not met for a while. I think let's begin by saying condolences to the families and Ghanaians in general. And I can say that this one, you may not blame anyone on this, looking at the incident and where it happened. They were at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that is the reason they had to really go through this unfortunate incident. If you look at the trading between us and Burkina Faso, this is not the first time they are going there. They go there almost every year, and this trade has been there for a long while. But the only thing I see in this is that we in the ruling elite have really disappointed the people of this country.
Really?
Yes, the reason being that if you look at Burkina Faso, a landlocked country, where we go to import tomatoes, when tomatoes can be planted everywhere in this country, even in Accra here, everywhere in this country you can plant tomato. And if at this point in time we still import tomatoes into this country, that's why I'm saying that the ruling elites have really disappointed the people of this country. Because you see, one of the reasons that the Akufo-Addo government tried to introduce the one village, one dam has to do with all year round farming. And again, livestock too will get water to drink. If you know, he understands this very well. During the dry season, animals even die because they don't even get water to drink. So that one village, one dam was just for us to make sure that at least we protect our animals and get people to do all year round.
Did it materialize?
It did, but you see, unfortunately, we did not construct it in such a way that it does not dry out completely. That is the only challenge. We did small earth dams. Where you get animals to drink their water, but for them to use it for irrigation, a lot of the places they couldn't use them. And again, at a point in time, it dries out. So what we were expecting is that at least the government that has taken over promised to do Yeridua. If you check the NDC manifesto, they promised that they will do what is called the Yeridua, where they will target onion and tomatoes. And this was launched last year by the president. What has happened to it? We're thinking that, well, with this, we'll be able to really scale up our production, especially within the period. Because even these traders will tell you that if it's the rainy season in the north, they do not travel to Burkina Faso again. They still buy it around Navrongo and other places because they still, they also sow the same seeds.
So there will be increased yield when there's available
so if
water.
we are able to really increase yield, it will help us. Again, when you look at the Palugu Dam, there are two things that the Palugu Dam will do. One is that the water spillage from the Bagre Dam, where they used to do the plantation of these tomatoes, will be able to really absorb that water. Then we use it for irrigation and electricity, because we felt that when we're able to really get all this water, we can even use it for electricity and this one. Unfortunately, it became a political issue. The contract was signed in 2019. We started everything in 2019. It was approved by Parliament in 2020 before COVID-19. And after COVID-19, you knew that getting credit from other countries became difficult. The Chinese company were given $12 million as mobilization, even though the mobilization was supposed to be around 48 million for the first phase of the project. They were given 12 million. It became a political football to the extent that when this government came, they promised the people, when they were even campaigning in 2024, when they went to the northeastern Upper East, they promised them that when they come, they will continue the dam. Because it is not a dam that Akufo-Addo really thought about it. It is something that predates Akufo-Addo. It is Kwame Nkrumah when he was planning to do it. Then Akufo-Addo came and said, let's take the bull by the horn and do everything possible. So when you check the contract, it is $993 million. That is the sum of the contract. But the first phase, second phase, and the third phase. You see, so now the government came in, they have terminated the contract.
But we were told that work had been done. A whole parliamentary committee moved there to inspect, and there was absolutely nothing.
It was a mobilization for the first phase. And again, we saw there were pictures of when the contractor even moved in. And they said he was paid for 12 million out of the $48 million. You understand?
For mobilization.
For mobilization. He's supposed to be paid 48 million.
For the first phase.
Yes, for the first phase.
And mobilization alone
was
that is the
million. Mobilization. Mobilization alone was $48 million.
Mobilization alone, $48 million.
We're talking about a
multi-purpose dam.
A project that is worth 993 million. And the mobilization is supposed to be around 20% from GOG and the rest by the company.
Right.
So they were paid that amount of money. And now the contract has been terminated. So we'll come back in this studio in the next 3-4 months to talk about the destruction of the farms and houses of people in Northeast and Upper East when the people of Burkina Faso opened their Bagre Dam. So I think these are things that we shouldn't play a lot of politics with it. This is a matter of development. If really these people had access to these tomatoes in Ghana, they will not travel up there. You see, they do not really travel to only Ouagadougou. I'm told between our border to where they were shot, it is over 600 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
They will have to travel through Ouagadougou and go to the other end to buy these tomatoes from. When we can do that in this country. So I am urging the government that the Yeridria project, they should really actualize it. The lunch is becoming too much. They will tell you of lunch Ejumaura, of lunch Codes, of lunch all these things. You, the media, sometimes I blame you too. You don't do the follow-up. Last year, the president launched the National Codes program in April. And when you check the budget that was read by the Honorable Atufosin, he said they have only trained 848 people. When they said they will do 1 million within 4 years. And when you check the actual release,
4 years.
Yes, when you check the actual release, out of 100 million, he didn't release even one city. Kofi Annan ICT Center has been training people. I'm sure you've gone there to cover story. They've got some counterpart fundings to train people on these things. These are the numbers he aggregated and put it out that they have trained them. Then his budget gave him out because the budget did not release state an amount of money that was released. You understand? So the launches of these programs are becoming too many. The media
will argue that you are also commissioning.
Yeah, we did commissioning hospitals. One is in Drobonso, one is in Fomena, one is in Kumau. These are commissioning of projects.
So they're also launching projects that will be followed through.
Exactly. But you see, when you launch a program that you think you will want to follow through, a program like Codes, you've budgeted 100 million and you launch it in April. You said you will train 1 million in 4 years.
In 4 years.
So it means within every year, at least 250,000. And you're not able to even train even 1,000. You are left with 3 years to go. So let's assume that indeed within the 3 years they will. So the budgetary allocation, why is it that it didn't go? So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that onion and tomatoes shouldn't be a problem in this country. I come from the Sechere area. When you go to Kumau, at a point in time when the people of Kumau did not even have potable water to drink, they produce tomatoes that can feed the entire Ashanti region. Because during the rainy season, you can still produce all the tomatoes you want. Look at Asante Achim. At a point in time, the MP had to go and beg the president for them to say, go and buy that tomatoes. This is just about 3 months ago. Go and buy the tomatoes so that... But you see, the problem with ours is that ours here that we plant in the south, it's like, it doesn't... The lifespan on the shelves is just about 1 week, 2 weeks. But the one in the northern region, which goes through to the Burkina Faso, it can last for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And that's the reason they will want to go and buy that one and bring it here, because even those buying will cherish those ones, which we can plant them over there. So implement and actualize your Yeridua so that at least we'll be able to really have these things.
Back to you.
My brother Awal failed to sympathize with the victims and the families of those who have lost their lives.
He expressed condolences to them.
He has failed to recognize that we are in a state of mourning and has started his propagandist approach. This is uncalled for and this is unfortunate. Going forward, this tragedy shows and demonstrated the reason why we need a strong border relations and why Ghana needs to strengthen our security apparatus. As I said earlier on, we cannot prevent cross-border trade.
True.
And the fact that Ghanaians are trading outside, we have to ensure that their safety is guaranteed. And so what we need now is strong diplomacy and regional security, not shouting matches like my brother is doing.
But he suggested a number of things.
Going forward, you see,
increasing local production.
In as much as we cannot prevent cross-border trade, government is also putting measures in place to ensure that the economy is strong, so that business in Ghana will thrive, so that it will prevent majority of our citizens from going outside to trade. They made a litany of promises. Majority of them, they have failed. In the agricultural sector, they performed abysmally.
Really?
They performed abysmally.
Planting for food and jobs. Planting for food and jobs too.
Oh, you as a VG, that planting for food and jobs was a hoax. It was more or less something like a mirage. It didn't happen. They used it to deceive Ghanaians. Before they launched it, were we planting for food and football? We were planting for food and jobs. Ghanaians were already farming, but they use it as a cosmetic political tool to deceive Ghanaians. It didn't happen. One district, one factory. I come from the Upper West region. None of the districts has these factories.
He mentioned one village, one dam.
One village, one dam. We only see those dams on the roads.
Dugouts.
Which John Dramani Mahama is covering up through the big push project.
Are you referring to portals as the dams?
Yes. the dams found their way on our major roads.
Wow.
For instance, for the past 8 years, if you, apply the route from Wa to Wenchi, my brother, you will weep for Ghana. You think as if the North is not part of Ghana, as if we don't contribute to national development, we don't pay taxes. They left that road in a very deplorable state for 8 good years. Today, go to that road, you will see morning, day, and night the big push project introduced by no other person than the nation builder, His Excellency Napobakolena John Dramani Mahama, is investing massively on the road. I personally went there, and I can share with you some of the videos for you to play for viewers to see. If you go to a community called Bomboduri in the Savannah region, you will see Marapuma, machines, tools, everything there, and they have started the road construction. If you come to a community called Carpenter in the Savannah region, there's another construction firm. I went there and interviewed the project coordinator, and he assured me that within 2 years, that road from that stretch, Wenchi, Wa, Bole Road, will be completed and asphalted, and it will give us a world-class road. This is from the big push project promised by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and he's delivering it. When these roads are done, it will reduce cost of production because the transportation costs and all those things. Reduce the cost on spare parts because of the bad nature of the roads. The cars broke down on the way. This will boost business, boost transportation, and will prevent some Ghanaians from going outside to work. Now, some went out for greener pastures, and you know that Burkina Faso is one of the largest producers of tomatoes in, if not in Africa, but in the world. And so you cannot prevent Ghanaians from trading with them. However, what are we going to do? And government has already spoken. Government has already, issued a statement and demonstrated our position relative to what happened. And going forward, how we are going to boost agriculture. And the Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Eric Opoko, has already started innovative ways together with his Deputy Minister, Honorable John Demelo. So very soon you will see tomato production in Ghana increase to a tremendous level that will prevent Ghanaians from trading in Burkina Faso. So we have reduced the cedi to make sure that business thrives We have reduced the dollar. We have reduced inflation. When we took it under Mr. Awals and co, it even risen to a point of 54%.
But that's you took it at 23.5.
And
2024,
but in the regime, it got to about 54% during the regime.
Yeah.
We took it from that and we brought it to single-digit inflation.
You took it from 23.5.
Yes, and we brought. I'm saying that during the regime, the 8 years, there was a time it rose up to 54%.
Just 1 month.
That shows how reckless they were managing the economy. That shows how unproductive their system was.
Right.
So currently, as we speak, I will continue to charter the path of government by sympathizing with the bereaved families and those who lost their lives, and also to assure Ghanaians that whatever Ghana will do, whatever government will do to ensure that there is cross-border security, there is security across borders, and make sure that Ghana or Ghanaians trading outside, their lives matter and they will be protected. We are assuring Ghanaians that going forward, wherever they are traveling to within the sub-Saharan Africa, they should make sure that they liaise with the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Their identity should be very, very paramount to us. We should know where they are, we should know what they are doing, so that we can put measures in place to track them and see possible ways and means of protecting their lives. But if we move across borders without passing through the necessary requirements and something happens to you, it becomes extremely difficult for government to track you. However, what government is doing now, under the leadership of no other person than the competent Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa as Foreign Affairs Minister, we are rest assured that Ghana will continue to protect her citizens. Ghanaian citizens trading outside will be protected. Their life matter, and we'll do everything possible to protect them. And one way of protecting them is ensuring that we have cross-border security tightened, and we align with ECOWAS.
The cross-border security tightening might be a challenge because we know how porous our borders are, and I'm not even sure that we can name all our borders.
Yes.
If you take out Kunungugu, you take out Paga, there are several other routes we used to enter Burkina to and fro. So that might be difficult. However, what we can do might be intelligence sharing between the securities of the two countries.
Exactly. That's when I said we need to strengthen our diplomatic relations and ties. Once that is done, I alluded to the fact that because Burkina Faso is a sovereign nation,
indeed,
we cannot send our police there to enforce their laws.
No.
What we can do is to strengthen our relationship with them, negotiate with them, and come out with a lasting solution that will inure to the benefit of all Ghanaians.
So that at least they can communicate to us that, okay, within this period and that period, there is free passage through this particular route. It is safe to trade on this particular lines and not use the other one. At least some level of intelligence sharing between the two countries. But Awal, back to you on local production and increasing yields, because just look at the front page of BNFT. Annual tomato imports hit 760 million cedis, and this is tomatoes that can grow anywhere in this country. So look at Akumadan. You just mentioned the Kumawu in the such area. So why are we having this challenge at this time?
Thank you so much. But before that, he has introduced a lot of topics.
briefly, yes. so we don't digress.
My second wife is from Wa, so I know the place very well, and I also, as a politician, I move that to and fro. That stretch between Wa and Wenchi was constructed by President Kufuor. This is where President Mahama became MP for 12 years. What did he do? The road didn't deteriorate in the last 8 years. It deteriorated over time. President Kufuor constructed it. So it's even a shame that Bolibam Boy is reeling under a rough road, so to speak. So if you're doing something over there, it's commendable, because at least who travel by road instead of going by air if you want to go to Wa. Because if you are in Kumasi and you want to go to Wa and you want to fly, you have to come to Accra before you can fly to Wa. And that's difficult. You understand? Because coming to Accra too is also so another nightmare because of the way the road is and so on. So it is not really something that you say, well, you did it, it got deteriorated, then we left it like that. Kufuor did that stretch. And you are now coming to also do it. So it's not, this is a place where from Wenchi, it is only Wenchi that will have held that seat for some time. Now you've taken it for 2 terms. from that stretch up to Wa, we've never won any of that seats. Any of that seats. Solar Kalba, Bolly Bamboy, Wise, right?
You won Wise.
Yeah, we won Wise once. Yeah. That was in 2016.
Oh, you won it twice.
Twice, right? Yes. Yeah, that's true.
2016, 2024.
Yes.
Yeah. No, 2024. They haven't won it.
They lost.
Yeah, we lost it.
Right.
You understand? So when you check, that is the again. You see, when you talk about inflation, I feel sad that these are the comments. I'm happy that you have been able to correct him that they took it at 23.5. You see, we did 2 years of single digit inflation and the average was 7.9 between April 2018 and March 2019. Sustained single digit inflation.
But that's 1 year.
We entered, yes, 1 year.
That's
2 years. 2 years. Within
2018, 2019.
Yes, 2 years. Months. Calculate the months. It's 2 years. 24 months of sustained
single digit
inflation. And we entered 2022 with 13.9. January 2022, it was 13.9, and that was the highest since we took it 15.4 in 2016. In 2017, we took it 15.4 in January 2017, and the highest we recorded up to 2022 was 13.9. In February, today they accept that indeed external or exogenous factors can affect the economy. In February, Russia-Ukraine hit. After it hit, it came with high inflation figures to the extent that UK went to 40-year high. US, same. Even Burkina Faso moved from 1.5 to around 11%. UK had to change 3 prime ministers within that 2022.
Yeah.
So Ghana moved and got to 54% in December, and that was the only month that we had 54. We put measures into places by tightening the monetary policy, because you see, at the point in time when our inflation was on a single digit, we had to bring the monetary policy by Bank of Ghana to 13.5. Today they are even celebrating 15.5. We need 13.5 in this country. So we started tightening it so that we will make sure that we can control the inflation within the country. And we're able to do that. In April 2024, IMF predicted that 2025 will end in single digits. This is the IMF document that says that in 2020, if we are to follow through what we were doing from 2022, it will end in single digit. You followed through. You did well because it was just anchored with the IMF program. You did it and you beat what the IMF said. IMF said it will be around 8%. It ended 5.4. But when you strike the average for the year, it is 11. Yes, in 2025, the average for the year is 11.8 or so. Because you started 23 and ended 5.0. When you strike the average, that is it. So you see, inflation within 1 year, you don't jubilate over it. Today, we're talking about inflation is low. The exchange rate is relatively stable, because I've seen it has moved to 10.9 just yesterday, but it's relatively stable. But unfortunately, electricity, we're paying 28% cumulative. But when PURC brings in their report and tell you the reasons why we will have to pay higher, they cite inflation and exchange rate. Today, these factors are down, but we're paying higher. Today, we'll talk about cocoa, right?
Yeah.
You can't even bail cocoa farmers. And an economy that we're told is robust. We'll come to that. But you see, that is it. So, when you look at the tomatoes, as I said, I told you, even in my first submission, that it is really unconscionable for us to be importing onion and tomatoes. Onion, we import it from Niger. Niger, access to potable water, to drink, is not up to 20%. But these are the people who produce onion for us to go and buy and come and sell in this country. When they had the issues of political instability, onion prices skyrocketed in this country. And that was the reason at a point in time, just at the twilight of our administration, you heard Brian Champon saying that his focus as agreement, that his focus is on vegetables. And that was the reason that informed the NDC to even write in their manifesto that they will bring in what they call the Yeridria.
Was it not the dry spell that was destroying farms?
The dry spell was destroying a lot of the maize farms and not vegetables. Yes, it was maize. That was the reason at a point in time we had to even buy maize and cushion some people. It was not. It has nothing to do with the vegetables. The vegetables, you know, within 2-3 months, they are ready for them to do. So, I am saying, not being overly partisan, that we in this country will have to take the bull by the horn. The NDC promised something, and I think it's a good thing that they promised, that they will make sure that they will scale up the production. They should redeem the promise that they gave to the people of Upper East and Northeast, that the Polugu multipurpose dam will be completed under him. That was what the president promised them. Even if it is the first phase, so that we can harvest that water and do all year round farming. The same species of tomatoes that they plant in Burkina Faso, we plant same around the Garu, Navrongo area, that we can still sell it to the people of this country. Yesterday, I even heard one of the traders. She said initially they were not even going to Burkina Faso when they started that trade. They started from Bolga, so they call it the Bolga tomatoes. That was how we call it here, the Bolga tomatoes. Until at a point in time they couldn't really get the volumes they want. That was when they started entering. You see, securing our borders, as my friend has said, Ghana is one of the countries in the sub-region that has secured our borders to the extent that when you check the aggression, almost all the African countries surrounding us had been affected. President Akufo-Addo made sure that he did high investment on the borders. 2 months ago, over 40 military people with tanks, ammunitions, and so on came into your region. Farmers told the military that there are people like that, and they suspect that they are these jihadis and so on. Our military were able to apprehend all of them without any casualty. They were able to apprehend all of them until the Burkina Faso president called to say that indeed they are military people who had lost their way. But our farmers were able to do that. You understand? They gave the information to the military. You remember when the national security lunch, if you see something, say something. So the numbers were there. So the farmers in the farm called the military people. They were able to apprehend. This is 2 months ago. They apprehended them and later they were released because these are there. The only thing is that the thing didn't happen on the border. It happened mid-town. So that is the reason it will be difficult for you to say our military will be able to really secure them. The only thing is that Bevolate will have to come in so that at least, as you said, as information, information and other things will be shared with these people. Not necessarily having to say that you have to report yourself. Those who are going for trading do not have time. We've been to Dubai with people. The moment they get down, they will not even look for where the consular or the embassy is.
But if you formalize the trade and the channels of the trade,
is even
at least
formalized.
There's information.
The trade is formalized. The only thing is that they will have to share a lot of information because when they go to buy, they enter, they buy, they come, they pay everything, and there are no restrictions entering and coming out and so on. The only thing they need now is their leadership getting information from our envoy over there, who will be able to liaise with the people. You cannot blame the Burkinabe presidency or the government because these are people who had come and were killing men. And they are not the military over there. These are people who had come and they were killing men and sparing women. They felt that the men were enemies to them and so on. So that is why I'm saying that if information is given, it will help them. They will know that these are places you don't go. It is only in Ghana that we don't hear these things. UK, US, and so on. When you go, the travel advisory, they even publish them. That these are countries that don't go within this period. If you're going, be safe. Don't go to areas like this. the UK and US advisory on Ghana is saying that the tourists shouldn't go to Boko. Is there? You understand? And some few other areas in when they are even entering Ghana. So this is something that we should also do. At least the Foreign Affairs Ministry. I am surprised that it's the Interior Minister who is even speaking to these things. I was expecting the Foreign Affairs Ministry to speak to these.
Well, he would deal with the diplomatic aspects.
You have,
but the Interior Minister, of course, will come in because there are security matters.
He's supposed to secure only internally. He's the Interior Minister. The Foreign Affairs Minister has a representative there. There is a Burkina Faso embassy there. The ambassador is supposed to go to that the place. I'm told he's been charged to go there, but the ambassador is supposed to go there, and the envoy is supposed to liaise with them so that the Foreign Affairs Ministry is giving us information. The information Muntaka is giving us can be best described as hearsay.
Really?
Yeah, because you see,
he's the Interior Minister. He gets all the intelligence.
In Ghana, he's interior in Ghana, not over there.
But he will
the only person who will get us the right information is the ambassador over there, and the ambassador is yet to go there. By the information we receive, the ambassador will go there with the people to really check whether indeed they are even our nationals, and that's the reason they said they will do the DNA and some few other things.
But that has been established.
Yes,
that has been established. That Ghanaian traders were involved, and Ghanaian traders lost.
There are survivors. The women had been able to really identify them, even by names and so on. So condolences to the family, and the government must be up and doing and giving information to the people.
Very well, very well. Wrap up your thoughts
a quick one. My brother Awal has made certain striking revelations which will be unfair if I don't respond to them. Notably among them is the fact that he has, informed the general public and has concluded that because the MPP government and their MPs doesn't win along the Wenchi-Wa stretch, that's the reason why they have neglected that road.
That's your reference.
I listened to you carefully.
No, please. Those were not his words.
He was responding to my statement
on the state of the road.
When I spoke about the big push project, where John Dramani Mahama is revamping and reconstructing that stretch of the road, and he was responding by saying that road MPP MPs doesn't win.
MPP
it was even constructed. I'll come there.
And I'm telling you,
I understood perfectly what you said. I understood perfectly. If you allow me, please. If you allow me.
Sure.
If you allow me. It was me who even informed you that you won Wa East.
Yeah.
I was the one who informed you that you won Wa East.
That's true.
So you cannot sit here and say that because you haven't won a seat along that stretch, you have deliberately neglected that road for 8 years.
No, Bakutia, you are inferring.
Mr. Awal is speaking like his mentor, Nana Akufo-Addo.
You are inferring.
He's speaking like his mentor. You recall that Nana made similar statement in the Volta region.
Let's be fair.
You recall that Nana made similar statement in the Volta region.
Let's be fair.
So
let's be fair. Hold on.
You allow Mr. Awal to flow.
Hold on. I'll allow you. Just hold on.
With a lot of
hold on. Just hold on. Let's clarify. Let's clarify this. Let's clarify it. What he said is that Kufuor constructed that stretch of road.
I will even come there.
And he went on to say that NDC has won seats along that stretch over a period. And you even mentioned that
even
the president being MPC there for that area at a point in time. He did not say that because the NPP does not win seats there.
No,
he just put out the fact.
You see, his statement was very clear. His statement was very clear.
You are interpreting his words to mean what
throughout war.
Right. So please carry on. At least you've made that clear. So please carry on.
I am situating it to the fact that his mentor made a similar statement in the Volta region that they don't vote for the MPP, and for that matter, development will not come there. That is what Awal said. That is what I understood. The same thing here. That is what
so that is your understanding of what he's saying.
Akufo-Addo didn't even say that.
That's what to even say that Kufuor considered that road is a fallacy.
Really?
This is a joint effort by the Rawlings government and the Kufuor government.
No, that's not
you cannot say Kufuor solely constructed the road from Wenchi to Wa. That is fallacious. That statement is untrue.
Very well.
It's untenable. And then
the road we have today was constructed by Kufuor.
From 2009 to 2016, that road has seen significant maintenance. It was only after the MPP took over in 2016 up to 2024 that nothing has been done to that stretch of the road. And Awal said it's because they don't vote for their MPs. Now, the Palugu Multipurpose Dam, this is a dam that is situated within the Wale Wale enclave.
Yeah.
The area where our former vice president come from.
It's not close to Walwale.
Palugu Dam is not closer to Walwale.
Palugu Dam is in Talensi constituency.
It's in the north.
It is in Talensi.
It is in the north.
That's Talensi.
It is in the north.
Upper East.
But it's not. Is it the north?
Bawumia pride himself. Bawumia pride himself as a northerner. Even if it was in Wa, even if it is in Wa, but it's closer to Walwale. Why is closer to Walwale? We are talking about a northerner who went and promised northerners to construct the Palugu Motu purpose that after spending a whooping $12.9 million, we just saw a hole. I don't know the relationship between MPP and holes. He spent billions of dollars in cathedral and gave it the most expensive pit. You went to Palugu Motu purpose that Bawumia went there and promised northerners.
True.
That dam is not serving the talented people alone. It's going to serve the entire north.
Yeah.
So it is for our collective benefit. You went there, promised them, lied to them, and today the money sank
in a hole.
In the hole. Cannot be traced. Cannot be traced. I want her to tell us. I want her to tell us the relationship between them, their government and holes. So going forward, and he spoke about coders. Today, if you go to the Ministry of Communication, you will understand that about 200,000 coders have been earmarked for training.
Okay.
And the fact that nothing is done, as alluded by Mr. Awal, is neither here nor there. Going forward, what we are saying is that any reasonable government, any responsible government cannot, and by this I'm talking about he said IMF predicted that we get a single-digit inflation by the end of the year.
Follow through what we're doing from 50.
And I am telling Mr. Awal that if you don't manage your fiscals very well, if there is no fiscal discipline in your country, if you engage in reckless borrowing, if you engage in reckless expenditure, unnecessary expenditure, and you throw monies into areas that they are not supposed to go, you cannot achieve it.
True.
The NDC was able to achieve it because we are fiscally disciplined, the economy was being managed well. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ensures that all facets of the economy, all ministries, abide by the tenets of our rules to ensure that the economy thrives. We will not venture into areas that will deteriorate this country. So, if you were given under your regime, even if the IMF predicted it, but you couldn't achieve it because of the reckless way you were spending, because of the profligacy, the naked display of opulence and extravagance was too much. So we are happy we are in a system led by His Excellency Napoba Kolena John Dramani Mahama, who continue to ensure that.
What was the title again?
Napoba Kolena.
Napoba Kolena.
Napoba Kolena. You know, Napoba Kolena is a Wala name.
Okay.
If you come to the Upper West region, the one now bestowed on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that title, the Napoba Kolena, which means is that yes,
okay,
there used to be water problems in Wa, and the only place you can go and get water is a place called Napoba Kole. So once there is water shortage in Wa, people will go there. It's like a stream. They will get water there to draw and go and do their domestic chores. So when John Dramani Mahama came and brought us the Jambos Water Project to the Upper West region, which was more than 10,000 gallons of water per day, and was able to solve the water crisis that has been there for ages, the one thought it wise to bestow on him Napoba Kolena, the man who has come to solve the water problem. So if you hear of Napoba Kolena, know that he's talking about the water problem that John Dramani Mahama solved together with his MPs, together with people like Dr. Rashida Sampelepo, Dr. Honorable Speaker, Alban Suman Kingsford Bugbing, and the 11 MPs in the Upper West region who all contributed in ensuring that John Dramani Mahama solved the water problem. Now, if you go to every community in Wa, we have the Jambos water projects running through their types, and we are bathing showers and all those things. So this is a revelation that is,
it's good. It's good education for us.
Yeah,
so
to complete it. So
which program?
The Jambos. Yes.
You see,
who even inaugurated in October 2017.
You see, they refuse to acknowledge people's contribution. When I was talking about it was General Rawlings who gave Upper West a region. You think he gave Upper West a region without investing in our road network? So you cannot sit here and say it was okay. So that considered the one which you
the stretch we see today.
That is a joint contribution. Jerry John Rawlings started it. Kufuor came and continued.
Didn't open that road. It was.
It couldn't continue.
It was.
Very well.
Buzia who opened that road.
Let's make progress. Let's make progress. Let's make progress. Since we're still within the agri space, we've discussed the unfortunate happening to tomato traders, but our cocoa farmers are also crying. The sector had some challenges all the way from October of last year. The government had to go into an emergency cabinet meeting. Subsequently, the finance minister announced some reforms. These reforms came with a reduction in the farm gate price. The minority yesterday in Parliament raised a number of issues and is demanding an immediate reversal of this reduction in the farm gate price. Awol, let me start with you on this cocoa matters and where you stand on this.
It is very, very unfortunate. We are dealing with 1 million Ghanaians who are directly engaged in cocoa farming. If you are to add 2 dependents or 3 dependents to each of them, you're talking about 4 million people. And this has nothing to do with any tribe. Because our brothers and sisters from the north are in Ashanti region, they are in Western North region, they are engaged in cocoa work. That is what brought them from the north to come and work here. So it's a livelihood of a lot of Ghanaians. Now, where we are today is as a result of recklessness, indecision, and complete ineptitude of the managers of the cocoa sector. Now, in 2025, in 2024, we announced 3,100 and started buying 3,100. The government came and took over and bought all the cocoa until September, before they announced theirs in October 3. We did not hear any issue. There was no issue of debt. There was no issue of mismanagement. There was no issue of rollover contract. Have you ever reported on that in 2025?
Oh, but there was a rollover.
I'm saying there was a rollover. When you take over a rollover contract. Because you see, the cocoa season starts in October and ends in September next year. So there will be a rollover. You understand? But it was never an issue in January 2025, never an issue in February 2025, March, April, May, up to September. There were no issues, to the extent that the time that they took over, Randy Abe went to the farms in his tear rubber chair to tell them that in October we'll increase it. You remember? When we're talking about, you said you would do 6,500. You promised them 6,500. Now you have taken over and there is the lean season. Give them the 6,500. That was around February, March, around this time in 2025. We're telling
but
them. But
realistically, was that possible?
It was not. That was the reason when they told us to do 6,500. We said no.
Yeah.
You crash it. Because you see, the determination of the price is that, one is that since time immemorial, what we do is that by September, the experts will sit down in the trading room to look at the number of tons we'll be able to produce for the year.
Right.
When they look at the number of tons, then they will check the prevailing market price. Then they forecast that between today and September next year, we are anticipating that we will buy the cocoa, we will sell the cocoa at maybe between $10,000 and $5,000.
Right.
That is what they will use to give them a minimum guaranteed price. And that is what we use to go for the syndicated loan. So that if they set that price, nothing will change. And this is how we do it. Because they have set the price already. When we set the 3,100, at that time it was 70% FOB. But by December, the prices went high. But we've already done 70% forward sale.
Yeah.
So if it goes high or it comes down, you have a guarantee, you have a minimum guarantee price. So That is the indecision I told you this government didn't take. Because you see, when you were announcing the 3,600 in October 3, on October 3, when you were announcing 3,600 as the farm gate, you took account that at that time it was $7,000. It was hovering between $7,000 and $8,000 per ton.
Yeah.
Then you did not forward sale. You did not forward sell. When you're supposed to really, before you announce, you forward sell about 70% that you announce.
Yeah.
So, like today will not be where we are. Because those who had committed to buy it at $7,000 will still have to buy it $7,000 because there is a commitment like that. This government came and started talking about sport. The thing is that the difference between sport sale and forward sale is that we have a farm. We know that we will cultivate this number of cocoa beans.
Yeah.
Then we hedge it. We tell them that, well, we'll sell it to you at $7,000 per this thing within the next 1 year.
But then you project that in the following year the prices might go up.
Yes.
So you hedge some.
You hedge some. You keep 30%. So that the 30%, even if for nothing at all, if you sell the 30% today at even $1,000 per ton, you still have to you can cushion the cocoa farmers and still pay until the end of the season.
Right.
But this government came in and said they will keep all the cocoa and do spot sales.
So you think that's where the problem is?
That's where the problem is.
Okay.
And today, because of that, livelihoods of over now there's a legal issue.
Yeah.
Because the minority leader hinted that you had a contract with a cocoa farmer that you sell, you buy it at 3,600, and you gave him a minimum guarantee price. Now, reducing it is a breach of the contract you had with him.
But the majority leader has challenged that the legality of same.
That's
so
you
you
go
hold on for me. Hold on for me. Let me take a quick break. When I come back, I'll give you a few minutes to wrap up, and then I hear from Kutia on this matter of cocoa pricing and the reduction in the farm gate price. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. Send us your thoughts and comments. We'll read them on the show. We'll be right back.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you banked like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world. Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is the news review segment on Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. I'll take a few quick messages and then I go back to Awal to wrap up his thoughts on the cocoa sector issues, and then Kotia will give his submission. This message says the NPP should not lecture Ghanaians on farming and agriculture. We trusted them with our votes, but they failed us. They promised one village, one dam to support farmers and improve irrigation. If they had even started and sustained this project, by now, we would be producing enough tomatoes and other crops all year round. Today, farmers are still depending on rain and food prices keep rising. Leadership must be about results, not promises. Kite from Kaswa sent that in. This one says, the plight of cocoa farmers aren't the same as Omampenyi Mahama. Mr. JDM says he's a cocoa farmer. Yes, he is. Does Mr. Mahama have an alternative income? Does the farmer at Hwindo village have the same alternative income as our president? Absolutely no. So the value is not the same. Obiri Suno na Obi Erisero. This is Blueprint writing from Isikado Ketan. Well, so please wrap up your...
The best thing to happen to the cocoa farmer in this country is Akufo-Addo.
Really?
Yes. Akufo-Addo moved it from 475 in 2017 to 3,100. The highest...
3,100 when? In 2024.
Yes.
So this is an 8-year period.
Within the 8 years.
If you strike it, that's about 400 cedis increments per year.
So I'm saying, yes, that should tell you that indeed is the best thing to happen to cocoa farmers. That is one. Two is that the best time that Ghana had got more yields than any other period was in 2021, 2020 cocoa season. And this is 1,045,000 tons. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the reason the farmers are saying that if for nothing at all, keep what Akufo-Addo bequeathed to you. We in the minority are saying that the government should restore it until the end of the season, because the cocoa farmer went and borrowed monies from people knowing very well that he will use his yield of 3,600. Now the government is encouraging them to even send it to Cote d'Ivoire. The reason is that Cote d'Ivoire is saying that even though there are problems in the international market, but because there is a minimum guarantee price that they gave them in 2025, they cannot breach that contract. So the LBCs must still pay the 3,600. Now the difference of 1,000 Ghana cedis, if the person is even to send it to Cote d'Ivoire and even get 500 extra, even if it's to sell it at 3,000 cedis, he will still get 500 extra. What we're telling this government is that we're told the economy is doing well. My brother mentioned that inflation is 3.8. Gold is at all-time high, $5,000 per ounce, right? And on the world market. And again, inflation is 3.8, exchange rate is okay, almost everything is moving on well. The government must bail out the cocoa farmer.
But you see, you mention all this and you forget the debt sitting at Cocoa Board.
The debt has always been with Cocoa Board. You cannot run Cocoa Board without a debt. When we came in 2017, there was a debt of 19 billion. We didn't make any noise. We had to go for cocoa bills to be able to buy that year. And we started prosecution. You remember? But you have taken over for 1 year. Within the 1 year, we didn't hear a whimper from anyone that there are challenges. Today, you are unable to pay the cocoa farmers because of your inactions of reversing the arrangement, the trading arrangement, by moving people from the forex, the trading rooms. There are people who are experienced in the trading room. They've been there for over 20 years. You came in and did the research over there. Today, the Cocoa Board were told is reeling under a debt, has bought 110 pickups with 4 V8s. The Cocoa Board, we are told, is debt-ridden, is now preparing to sponsor Ghana Black Stars, is preparing to sponsor Ghana League. It is really the incompetence of Randy Abe and his people. That is what has got us where we are today. We're calling on the government to make sure that if really gold is doing well, use the gold proceeds to cushion the cocoa farmer, at least bail him out. This is telling us that if we we are to experience any exogenous shocks like COVID-19, I'm telling you, a lot of people will die in this country.
Very well. Let me come to Kotia on his thoughts on the cocoa sector.
Okay. Thank you so much. My brother Awal made some revealing statements, and I think that he has been economical with the truth.
Really?
You know, the position of the NDC government is that we will always take the Ghanaian farmer first. We will take their interest first. In taking their interest first, we should also take cognizance of the fact that we have a country to run and an economy to strengthen and protect.
Indeed.
So we will take pragmatic decisions, not just political decisions to chalk political points. If you recall, the decisions that have been taken by government are to protect the Ghanaian farmer. We are to protect the cocoa farmer and not just to punish them. And for so doing, I will sit here and sympathize with the farmers that are affected in one way or the other, because it is not in the interest of government to punish them.
They say you are giving them haircuts.
Every government will want to do things that will give them a positive image. And if it is increasing prices of cocoa, that will inure to the benefit of government and give them a positive outlook. That is what government will do. But a pragmatic and a good government will look at the long-term effects and see whether or not such decisions will inure to our collective benefit going forward. There have been structural problems with the cocoa sector, and this is a problem that hasn't started today. Under the NPP administration, we have seen significant, and reckless, administration of the cocoa sector, to the extent that after they lost power in 2024, they still have to award huge contracts. $48 million contract was awarded just to import juice sacks, when we already have large quantities of them at the port, settled at the port.
This has nothing to do with the price, you know.
Was this contract awarded after they lost power?
Yes.
So this contract was awarded after December 7th.
They know they were losing power. And now that they are losing power, they are still awarding contracts. And they knew that the debts that will accrue,
the contract
will affect the government. So a $48 million youth contract was awarded when they knew that we were having even excess sacks at the post.
That has not been cleared.
That has not been cleared. Even at a point, relative to their reckless procurement processes, it got to a point that even about 140 million contracts were awarded.
To which companies?
Through dubious procurement process that yielded bad results, and it has no positive effect on the cocoa sector, only to cripple it.
It ballooned the debt
of the cocoa board and put them in a very deplorable state. What I want my brother to understand is that the NPP for a long time, for 12 good months, have been, trying to gather certain kinds of
they are looking for
scandals to attack the NDC. So once you cling on to this cocoa issue, they have no other thing to say but the cocoa saga. And you and I know that what the government is doing is the way forward. Now, we are all aware that the well price of cocoa stood at $7,200.
Yeah.
Now, cocoa farmers are giving 70%, which, considering the prevailing market price and the exchange rate value. So the farmer was entitled to a 70%, which is equivalent to $50.40 US.
That's 5,040.
And you didn't sell. That's the problem.
Listen to me.
And
So
you refused to sell.
at this amount, the farm gate price was pegged at 51,660 Ghana cedis. And so we were doing well until our neighboring country, Cote d'Ivoire, increased their price by 20%. When their price was increased by 20%, this will bring in certain kinds of adjustments. Because once your neighboring country increase its price, it will encourage smuggling of our cocoa into those neighboring countries to sell. And that will affect our economy. That will balloon our debt. And that will not inure to our benefit. So we quickly adjusted to 58,000 Ghana cedis. So it was not until
to how much?
So adjusted to 58 per ton.
Yes, per bag. So per bag is equivalent to how much?
So going forward, global economic prices of cocoa reduced.
True.
When it reduced, it affected our system. And once that is done, you cannot continue to tow the same tangent, because if you continue with the same pricing, the cocoa sector or cocoa board will be affected, and your debt will keep on ballooning, and at the end it will come to unsustainable level that will affect your fiscals. So government decides to take pragmatic measures to ensure that the best interest of the cocoa farmer is protected, to ensure that the economy is sustainable in the long term. If we want short-term measures, we can increase it and say, oh, Ghanaians, cocoa farmers, we want you to be happy. You put the prices at where they want. But where are we going? We are saying that we are coming to reset Ghana. In resetting Ghana, you don't only take decisions that are palatable. You take decisions that will inure to the collective benefit of the country going forward. The MPP always look at short-term projects. Let's do it today so the Ghanaians will say it's good, but tomorrow when you suffer, I don't care.
The farmers complain that Cocoa Board is keeping 30% of their hard work. So if there are shocks, Cocoa Board should absorb it.
That is what I'm saying. Cocoa Board as an entity has structural problems. And those structural problems have to do with bad management for the past 8 years. So once you inherit a fragile system, once you inherit a weakened system, you have to take pragmatic steps to inure to the long-term benefits of that institution.
Right.
So we are looking forward in the long run, in the long-term sustenance of Cocoa Board, and we are looking at the interests of the Ghanaian farmer. We are looking at the economy, what we will do to ensure that the economy doesn't collapse. Cocoa Board Cocoa Board financials is strengthened, and then our farmers are not shortchanged. So it is a two-way horse race. One, you want a situation whereby farmers will be happy and satisfied. That is what government is doing. And you also want a situation whereby your economy can sustain external shocks. And you want a situation whereby going forward, you will not go back to where we came from and will not revert to the situation whereby Cocoa Board and its management and the cocoa sector was run down under the MPP government. So government is committed to ensuring that the cocoa farmer gets a fair share of its products, of its produce, and increase productivity in the long run. So to say that we have, shortchange farmers, or to say that we don't care about farmers is neither here nor there. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Dr. Ato Forson led economic team, call an emergency meeting to demonstrate their resolve to ensuring that the cocoa sector is revamped. And this is only done by a government that thinks about its people, that thinks about farmers. You know, cocoa contributes significantly to our GDP. And no Ghanaian, whether you like it or not, whether you are MPP or NDC, CPP or any other political party, nobody will underrate the importance cocoa plays in our economy.
True.
And anything that you do as a good government or as a pragmatic government is to put measures in place that will create a congenial environment to ensure that cocoa production continue to soar, cocoa production continue to increase, and cocoa production continue to bring in the required revenue that Ghana needs to strengthen our economy. And so government is very careful about this, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and our economic management team, led by Dr. Ato Forson and the CEO of Cocoa Board, who has spoken on several platforms, explaining to Ghanaians the situation at the helm of affairs and what we can do and where we are, where he came from, and what he inherited. People who listen to him and are discerning will understand where we are now and where we came from. And they will conclude by saying that government thinks about the cocoa farmer. Government thinks about the ordinary Ghanaian. And for that matter, the price reduction conforms to our future prosperity and our future protection of the cocoa industry. We didn't just reduce it for reducing sake, but we take cognizance of other compelling factors. And those compelling factors are reasonable enough to let the Ghanaian citizen understand where we are now and what we are doing to salvage ourselves from this situation. So going forward, I believe that this is the way to go, and the government is creating that avenue, and going forward we will face that challenge again from where we come from. Yes.
Very well. The argument I hear mostly from your side is the failure to sell when we had the opportunity to. Yes. But see, the global buyer, when they anticipate an increase in supply, will push for lower prices. And that will also force the farmer, the buyer, to hoard.
That's true.
Exactly, because they also anticipate higher prices over a period of time.
So
who created the problem?
So that is why there is no problem in Burkina Faso, in Cote d'Ivoire. I'm saying that there's no problem in Cote d'Ivoire because
Cote d'Ivoire has deregulated to an extent.
Exactly.
And they do a lot of spot sales.
Yes, but you see, they did a lot of forward sales. That is the reason they are saying that they can still sustain it and buy. You understand? You see, our problem is that in 2025, between January and September, Randy Abe was able to buy all the cocoa beans at 3,100.
Okay.
Within that same period, he bought 110 pickups to service just 74 cocoa. Yes.
Can you prove it?
Yes. But he confirmed it on Joy News. That indeed he bought cars. He bought cars.
That he's 100.
Our information is that he bought 110. 110. He said 20 is already in the country. That was what he confirmed on Joy News.
Very well.
He bought 110 cars, 4 V8, renovated his house, did everything. Interestingly, we did not hear even one case from Ora that indeed there was mismanagement at Cocoa Board. Check the Ora report.
Was that mismanagement?
No, check the Ora report. It tells you that it was being managed efficiently. Because the Ora gossips did not even capture any gossip from Cocoa Board. Today, after 1 year,
the government has announced an audit into Cocoa Board and its operations.
That is after 1 year you have taken over an office. You are to take over the morning show as the host, right? You've taken over. You've worked for 1 year. Now there are challenges with how you can control your guests. And you are not telling us that, well, it is the former host who came here and did 1, 2, 3 things. That is the reason you are where you are today.
Perhaps he had a way of doing his things and his guests are comfortable with
that. He has a book. He said, when you take over as a government, you have only 3 months to complain. The rest is for you to do the work. You had 1 year. You worked for 1 year without saying anything about procurement, debt, and everything. You bought cocoa without any problem. Now, in 2026, you announce that from everything and the prevailing market price at that time, you can sustain 3,600. Then you refuse to sell forward. 3 months or 4 months into the cocoa season, you are stuck. You cannot even pay them. And you are now telling us that you want them to take a cut. And even taking the cut, you still not paid them. As I speak right now, those who sent their cocoa beans in November have still not been paid. The finance minister, who is supposed to release money for them to pay them, is tasking Cocoa Board to go and look for money. Where will they get the money from? They are under your care. You understand? You're supposed to release the monies for them to go and buy
the beans. But the challenge,
they didn't buy the beans.
The challenge
the challenge is that the beans are with the LBCs.
The LBCs.
The LBCs will have to supply. Now yesterday, if you heard the debate in Parliament, Kojo Ponkroma said he had a call from one of the young men in his constituency who works with one of the LBCs. He took cocoa beans of 200 bags. But they get the 200 bags. He gave them the receipts of 3,625. Now he is to submit it to Cocoa Board. The Cocoa Board is saying that the announcement is that the 2,500 started last week. So if your cocoa is not with Cocoa Board, you have to take the cut. So technically, almost all those who sent their cocoa in November will not receive the 3,600 because it has not gotten to Cocoa Board yet. It's with the LBCs. Now the LBCs will have to supply to Cocoa Board, except that if the government is telling us that all the receipts from November will be paid 3,600. If not that, the LBCs will have to cut it to 2,500 because when he was announcing it, he said it starts from that day.
Exactly, effective immediately.
Effective immediately, but you didn't even give them money to go and buy. So what are you telling us? This government is insensitive. That's why I'm saying that. If really gold is doing well, in order not for the cocoa farmer to sell the cocoa farm to a galamsey to take money from them so that they can also mine the gold, it is best that this government will have to bail them out with the gold money. So that at least, if for nothing at all, do it up to September. If you are announcing a new price in October this year, and you say, no, I'm saying that if you are announcing a new price in October this year, and you say that looking at the market price, which is $3,000, we can pay even 1,000 cedis. The cocoa farmer will understand it and forecast and see that indeed I am doing this. That's the beginning of the year. Now you announce something in October. By November, you stop buying. Just within 1 month, they started supplying. By November, you stop buying. From November up to today, Cocoa Board has not bought even up to 10,000 tons of cocoa. And I'm telling them that they should take a cut.
You see, my brother, the MPP government under their leadership left about 32 billion debt
at Cocoa Board.
It has not
over 32 billion. It has a lot. It
has a lot because
you left over 32 billion.
Then it left the books of Cocoa Board looking bad. Cocoa Board was not credit where we
inherited 19 billion.
Hold on. If you inherited 19 billion, you took it to 32 billion. It makes Cocoa Board the credit worthiness of Cocoa Board. It washes it away.
No, that's not correct. That's not correct. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The role of a contract, you see, is always there.
Very well.
That's the reason we started prosecution in 2017.
Very well.
Because we felt that it was.
Thank you.
The MPP government left over $32 billion debt in Cocoa Board.
It is not new.
And this has affected the books of Cocoa Board. You cannot run away from this fact.
And so Cocoa Board
you have awarded reckless contracts. Awarded over $140 billion. $140 million. Awarded over $140 million
to which companies?
To procure. He was procure juice sacks. To procure juice sacks. That you never needed.
Juice sacks that you never needed.
In 2024, you awarded $48 million contract for juice sacks.
Right. So that's already been packed.
You never needed those sacks. That was a reckless procurement.
The 140 million is which contract?
Juice sacks contract.
The juice sacks is
to procure juice sacks.
48 million.
Cumulatively, before they left office. Before they left, the 48 million was in 2024. But before they left office, cumulatively, the amount ballooned to over 140 million.
So this is through the 8-year period.
In procurement of juice sacks that are not needed.
So this is the 8-year period.
So yes, this is a government that recklessly mismanaged the cocoa board, the cocoa sector, and has brought it down to its knees. Now, what are we saying? We are saying that the position of the NDC government is that we are going to invest in value addition. We are going to make sure that we bring back Cocoa Board back to where it was under the able leadership of John Dramani Mahama and Professor Mills. We are also saying that more than half of the cocoa produced in Ghana, we are going to retain them in Ghana. You understand?
And add value to it.
That will boost the cocoa industry. You cannot run away from the fact that you cannot run away. You cannot run away. This is the reason why you go 38%. You see, allow us to manage this country.
Right.
The reason why you go 38% was because 38%.
41.
We are looking at what they announced. The EC chair announced 38%. Whether it's 41%, what they announced a major on demand Mahama president is 38%. So the 38% Ghanaians that gave it to you, believe that you couldn't manage the economy, you couldn't manage the cocoa sector. So allow us to reason with Ghanaians. You went and interviewed MPP cocoa farmers. I saw
there are MPP cocoa
farmers. They went and interviewed MPP cocoa farmers. When they interview the neutrals, they will tell you the reality.
Are they cocoa farmers?
The neutrals will tell you. The neutrals will tell you. And farmers that are discerning, that are not mischievous. Some of them, when they interview, they tell us that this is the right decision government is taking, and the decision government has taken is in line with market price, and it's in line with what our economy can sustain, and it is what will protect the cocoa sector going forward.
Have the monies been released to pay the farmers?
Of course, they will be released very soon. The president has instructed the finance minister to make available the money to pay the cocoa farmers, and the money will be released. And the money will be released. We don't promise and do any other thing. When we promise, we deliver. I am telling you that government is a process. And once you take decisions based on prevailing circumstances, you don't just fix yourself into a hole that you knew that you cannot come out. Once we knew that there are challenges, we will find solutions to those challenges and we'll reset the system. We are here to reset, not to continue your reckless expenditure.
Reset from 6,500
we are resetting the cocoa sector. We are resetting governance in this country.
Thank you. Our Mohammed, thank you. Unfortunately, our time is up. We'll have to leave it here, but we'll find time to do this again. It's been an interesting conversation. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Thank you also for sending in your thoughts and contributions. The ones we're unable to read, we'll find time to read it for you. My name is Nana Tufo Boateng. This has been the News Review segment on Breakfast Daily.
Secondary School invites all alumni and stakeholders to the 67th anniversary and homecoming celebration. It's happening from Friday the 20th of March to Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. On Friday, How I Got There, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Year groups check-in and roll call. Gary Soakins competition. Cadet course ceremony from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All students convoy. Drive to Swesco, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Candlelight procession from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome cocktail with alumni and staff of the school. Meet and greet with Kompa Band performing live at the forecourt of the school complex from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, speech and prize giving day from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. All year groups lunch from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Alumni dance party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, anniversary Thanksgiving service at 8 a.m. A great opportunity to reconnect with your old mates. Contact your year group president now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
On this happy trip back.
We are gearing up for the trip of a lifetime. Heritage Caravan 2026. From 1st to 8th March 2026, 8 days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We're touring Ghana in the most spectacular way on the Heritage Caravan, exploring the beauty, history, and stories that make our nation unique. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2026 will be fun, educative, refreshing, and most of all, remarkable. Stay connected. Follow Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM across all social media platforms for updates and join the conversation using the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2026. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM.
And it's proudly sponsored by Holland Insurance, Piva Beverages, Omni Basic Bank, Caveman Watches, Gino, Didi Shito, Goyle, Minimi Atrumo, and Admi Granite Paste. And it's supported by Nanes Rice.
Heritage Caravan 2026, experience Ghana like never before.
All I wanted is to be part of a real family. I thought you were kind.
Akule, I offered you money, got you a hotel for a few nights. That was the best I could do.
I wanted little dignity and shelter. I promised I wouldn't speak of that night. I promised I would help around the house. You know, cook, wash, keep quiet, and I met it.
You make it sound so simple.
It was simple until you made it complicated.
Akule pregnant for you? Ififi. I didn't say she was pregnant for me. All I said was she was pregnant. She said you know who the father of that child is. And we both know what that means.
Any problem?
No, Your Highness.
Good. Then continue your royal duty with gratitude.
Permission to resign.
Denied.
The Blankstons, coming soon on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel 1 Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support. Okay. There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issue.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello everyone, it's Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV and you are welcome. As you already know, Nana Tufo-Boateng started the show with some politics, and of course they had to delve in some of the topics that are making waves in the country and dissect it into bits for us to understand. But now we're going to be taking you from now to 11 a.m. As we enter into our communities, talk about sanitation, have some interviews, and even bring you what's trending and so on. A lot of information, entertainment, and so much to learn from. But my name is Chris Carter, and you're welcome once more.
My name is Philip Nilate, and I trust you are doing well. Chris, what is your fugu? Today is Fugu Wednesday.
But I said you should buy me fugu.
But we got it for you yesterday, so why did you put it on? The tourism, it came late. So that is it.
No, I wanted a red one.
You wanted a red one? Okay.
So when they got me black, but I said I want red.
Okay, that's fine.
Because it's month of love.
It's a month of love. You've been doing a lot of red this Monday and Tuesday. You did red. So
yes, and Friday.
And Friday you okay. It's okay.
I woke up actually wanting to do red today. I said,
today
no.
You look too reddish. Anyway, so it's a beautiful morning, and I'm sure that you also enjoy yourself in your office, your home, or wherever you find yourself. But I'm sure you're also observing the Fugu Day, which is very important, that the tourism ministry has indicated that we would have to cherish what we have and also try and push it. But like Chris indicated, on Wednesdays we try to take you to our various communities, especially within areas that we have sanitation problems, highlight these problems and find a lasting solution to these problems, what the government can do, what citizens can do, and what maybe CSOs can do, and also what institutions are doing to solve sanitation problems in this country. Today, we are looking at something very interesting, but maybe viewers' discretion advised. If you are watching us, we are talking about open defecation, because that particular issue is still here with us. It hasn't gone away, though there are plans by the government to address it and all that. My colleague in the city newsroom, Nisa, visited some areas within the Greater Accra region and filed a report on open defecation. Let's check out that report. When we come back, we'll speak to some authorities.
Despite expanded access to basic sanitation services globally, billions of people, especially in rural areas, still lack these essential facilities. According to the United Nations, the absence of proper sanitation remains a pressing issue. One of such areas in Ghana is Teshi Sangona, in the Lejokuku Municipal Assembly. This community is among many in Ghana without access to toilet facilities, forcing residents to resort to open defecation along the beach.
Many near me bien can you about women 2021 ameba police ba soja ba na ba wiake agbanu na ni aseya because if it nwe he ko hu elolo agbene wa meke bi efe ni asekula where public toilet ye go na abu where public toilet ye go na abu na ya one city eko ye junction no wo charge me club junction eko ye jagbede court pipe pa na le wo eko ye jagbede mu bia na mu agama ewo bi e fogiam shambeka ka metension na ni ase ko yo sure me.
The latest statistics from the Ghana Statistical Service paint a deeply troubling picture as it reveals that about 5.4 million Ghanaians, representing 18% of the national population, still practice open defecation. Despite Ghana's commitment to achieving the Sustainable Development Goal 6.2, which aims to end open defecation globally by 2030, the government must pay attention to such areas in order to meet this target. Residents are calling on the government for assistance.
Take bafi no ka government ba anya ba me dey bafi ko nbu eke payment bi feel mo ba pay every month ona mo go na ku le chu isu are sade na ko ta ke ye je ma ja say onyo cash man ke o musu nyo mo obo ke toilet e sia me be problem
opa na lo fai ni toilet e abagbele awo ko ni me ni wa so na ka ni bi ni amepa.
Director of the Metro Public Health Department at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Engineer Florence S. Kuchi, in an interview with Channel One News, said the assembly has vowed to fight this menace within the Accra metropolis by prosecuting anyone caught in the act of open defecation.
AMA, we are not sleeping. AMA, we are coming on anybody that is thinking of doing open defecation. Our men are out there, both night and dawn, and we will grab you. When we grab you, we have grabbed you. And my lady will make sure that she places you at the right place so that from there you will go and sin no more.
That is the issue that we are battling with. We will think that it's ended, but it's an issue that the country is actually facing. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly on Sunday arrested and convicted 8 individuals for open defecation in parts of Accra, remanding 7 of them into prison custody after they failed to pay court imposed fines. Each offender was fined 50 penalty units, equivalent to 600 Ghana cedis. The same was done by the Klote-Kwale Municipal Assembly, and that one also is going a long way to deter others from engaging in this practice. But let's engage briefly an organization that goes out there to clear the various beaches, and also they face issues with when it comes to open defecation. That has to do with Ecozoid Limited, and Abita Nyante, who is the general manager of the institution, is joining us for her to paint a picture for us how dire this particular issue is, what can be done to resolve it in the coming years. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, I'm well. I hope you are too.
I'm doing good. So, following the conversation we had with you last week, which had to do with marine pollution, you highlighted of open defecation, and we were like, oh, that we would have to also shift our focus to open defecation and tell the general public what is happening in this regard. But I want to find out from you, how dire is the situation when it comes to open defecation in this country?
Okay, thank you once again. So the situation on open defecation is a real problem. I think there was noise about it for some time past, and then everything went down. But this is something that is still happening across, can say 70% of the beaches in the country. The only region that we could say does not experience this much would be the Volta region, but from Greater Accra, Central and Western, most of the beaches have what you see here. Yeah.
What may be the main reason for which people would embark or be part of or enter into open defecation issues? From the report we watched, some of them indicated that though they have toilet in their communities, they still move away and go to the various beaches to defecate.
Yes. Working along the beaches and in the communities. This is what actually happens. And going down, you realize that their reasons are usually cultural. They tell you that this is what they've been doing and this is what they'll keep doing. So you see a toilet facility by the beach, but the people will still go to the beach. And they have very, very strange reasons as you go across the coast. Yes. They have, but most of them are cultural and it's behavioral. It's very difficult to understand, but that is the reality. It's more cultural than lack of facilities.
All right, so when you say cultural, would you say because their mother and their father did it some years ago, it's something they have been accustomed to for them to continue doing and their children will do tomorrow? Is that what you're saying?
Most of the beaches where this happens, that is the reason.
Okay, so Abita, let's find out from you. How difficult is it for your outfit to deal with this issue when you go to the various beaches to clean there?
Okay, so when we were working, we liaised with the assembly and then the traditional authority. So we, aside the singing, we embark on sensitization activities to make the people know why you shouldn't defecate along the beaches. And when the traditional authorities come on board, it's a bit easier to be able to resolve some of these things. For instance, in Accra, I can say the beach where there is a community by the beach and it's still clean is Bosiano. And the reason being that the traditional authorities themselves have taken charge of the beach. So over there, they connote spiritual reasons to it, that the gods will not allow you to do that on the beach. That is the understanding they give the people. So when you come there, they will lash you themselves. So because of this reason, Bosiano Beach in particular is cleaner than most of the beaches. If you look at the Volta region too, they also have such beliefs. So people don't defecate along the beaches. But for the other areas, they tell you that this is how they've been doing it all this while, and they want fresh air. And even the traditional authorities do not push to be able to resolve these things. Yeah.
So now that you are not working, because you said when you were working, you saw a lot of these things. Now that you are not working, from your little assessment, has it worsened the situation?
It has worsened. It has worsened. It's terrible. If you should take your cameras around, you'll be very shocked at what is going on at the beaches. Yes, it's bad.
And maybe looking at this one to you, also talk about the health implication of this. Can you share with us if any you know?
Yes. So when with our work across the country, some areas like Shama, Abuesi Beach, they have this open defecation. If I have to rank, I think they'll be leading, followed by Mori in the central region. So when the case of cholera came, you see that those two places were highly affected because the population is largely by the coast and they do these things. So the cholera came, they were really affected by the cholera. The cases there were very, very high. And one would think that they would learn from this, but it hasn't been so.
It's also been linked to the fact that most of the households do not have toilet facilities. Is this also a factor?
It's a factor, but I think it's more of an excuse, because even though the households do not have facilities, you see that in the communities they have public places of convenience in some of these places. So the public place of convenience is right there, and the person will still shift to the beach.
Okay. Maybe before Chris comes in, can it be resolved? Should we have toilet facilities in every household? Do you think it can?
Having toilet facilities in every household can solve the problem to a point. But I think that what could work better would be the enforcement. And the enforcement would not only be from government. The traditional authorities must collaborate with government and the private partners to be able to enforce them. Because areas where we've tried, you see that Coastal Development Authority will put the toilet facilities there and the people wouldn't use them. Let me cite an example. In Alizim, in about 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years back, the community decided to own the beaches themselves. So the traditional authority, the assemblies and arts came together. And when you are caught defecating, you are fined. And they had a fund in the community where those fines go to develop the same community. And they had guards by the beach where you will be caught. So for that period, it kept the situation until they gave up and, well, we're not cleaning again. So we've seen that it has to be a multifaceted approach. Traditional authority, government, and private partners. That can solve the problem.
Right, but when you look at this issue, as you said earlier, you said it was an issue of behavior and cultural. Do you also think that the lack of education also plays part in this? Do you think if the government says, you know what, let's go into these areas, or if an organization comes up and says, let's go into these areas and then let's try to educate them, do you think it's going to make a change?
Education would make a change when it's backed by enforcement.
Right.
Yes. Because even, I just remember something with the health issues. Unfortunately, some of these places, they do this open defecation. They process fish. And those fish are being sold on the market. You don't just know where your fish is being processed. So when you go to some of these beaches, you might not want to eat fish again. Because they are defecating just by, sorry, it's early morning, but that is the, I'm sorry I'm being a bit too graphic. They are easing themselves and processing the fish at the same place. And this fish will come to the market for us to buy. It comes to Accra. So the fact that you are not at those places, it doesn't mean you are safe.
Wow. So I'm sure from what you have said, we have a bigger issue on our hands that we have to resolve when it comes to open defecation.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do.
And I still want to ask this: how soon are you going back to the beaches to clean there, and also to get these issues resolved?
we need collaboration. As it stands, for the past 2 years, we didn't have a contract with the government, but because it was something that we've been doing, we used to still go there, and then we collaborate with corporate organizations. Sometimes some of the assemblies call on us. But those are things that we're doing in the meantime, which wasn't sustainable. And like I mentioned, it's very costly and it needs a lot of things. So when government is willing and calls on private, we can come and sit down alongside the traditional authorities so these issues are resolved. Because it's been done before and we can still do it. But when there's no, the lack of willingness or you need some willpower to be able to do it. Even those times we used to work, we had guards on the beaches where if you even jump or defecate, you are apprehended. You take the person to the police station and a certain honorable calls and the person is released. So if we all don't work together, we will not be able to resolve it. It needs everyone on board. The education, enforcement, provision of facilities. These three things are key.
Thank you so much, Abita, for your time. We are grateful. General Manager for Ecos Oil Limited, and she spoke to us extensively about the issue of Open Defecation. That's an organization that goes to the various beaches to clean the various beaches, and they've been having issues with open defecation. She has stated a number of things that can be done, and also what the government can do with the collaboration of this particular organization. But there was a project, that was the Gamma project. That's the Greater Accra Metropolitan Assembly Water and Sanitation Project, Gamma project that was started years ago. Fortunately, we have the project coordinator, Engineer George Siedu, joining us. We're going to have a conversation with him on that, and he will tell us what exactly that project has become now, how many toilet facilities they were able to put up in the various communities to ensure that we address the issue of open defecation that we are talking about this morning on our network. But just to give you a little story on this, like I indicated, what the Accra Metropolitan Assembly has done, they have been able to arrest some individuals, and 6 of these individuals have been, or 7 of them have been put into prison custody after they failed to pay court-imposed fines. However, 7 of the convicts were unable to pay and were subsequently remanded. So some actions are being put in place by the city authorities to ensure that the open defecation becomes a thing of the past. But we have Engineer George Esiedu joining us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Philip and Chris, and good morning to your listeners.
Thank you so much for your time. First of all, I want to ask you, what has become of the Gamma project?
Gamma project has been successfully executed from 2014 to date, and we have been able to provide over 76,450 households with access to toilet in their homes. And then in the institutions, we provided over 600 units for the institutions. And so we've actually adequately covered Greater Accra to the extent that we have reduced open defecation from the 44% that we met in 2014 to 6% as recorded by the 2021 census. So as we speak now, open defecation, even though we have pockets of Greater Accra that still experience open defecation, because 6% is also equally significant. But at least we've made a lot of progress from the 44 that we met up to date. So we are making progress. What we are asking government, that what we have started, which has proven to be yielding good results, we should continue it. But we need resources. You know, I've listened to some of your presenters, and they made good points. But the solution to open defecation generally is that people must have access to toilets in their homes. That is the basic one. We can deal with other issues in terms of behavior and other things. It is because over the years, if you live in a home and you grow up defecating openly for almost about 20, 30 years, you even forget that there is a system where you can even defecate in your house. So people refer to it as cultural. It's not that everybody wants to go and squat openly. Nobody likes that. Everybody wants to keep himself away from the public. And so when people are brought up in an environment which is no fault of theirs, but they always have to go out and defecate, they grow up in that situation and they keep doing it. So what we need to do is that we should take conscious effort to make sure that homes have access. What we did for the Gamma, over the 76,000 people, households, they are using the facility. And that has reduced the open education situation from 44 in 2014 to the 6% as we are talking about now in Greater Accra. So we want government to continue the program, one household, one toilet. And then after we've done that, then we will also that is built. We'll have their permit, and then you have to ensure that you have toilet facilities in the homes. This is an urban challenge, and the situation normally is serious in the urban communities where people migrate. And when they come, the immediate thing they need to do is to look for a place where they can put their head. And they even don't think of where to defecate and things like that. They rent out houses, and then when they wake up as human beings, they have to attend to nature call. And when it happens, anywhere they can, they will just move in and go and do it. People talk about public toilet facilities. That is fine. But you go to a public toilet when you are at the edge of easing yourself, and then you go and join the queue. So even though there will be a public toilet facility in the community, because you are not ready to join the queue to get your turn. The other challenge with public toilet facility is that you enter the environment and the place is full of toilet facilities. You are seeing people's physics. And so the environment is not conducive. People do not like it. If they have it in their home, they will. So if you put a public toilet, even though it exists in the community, they will still quickly go out and go and defecate openly. So we recommend that public toilet facilities should be provided in commercial centers like lorry parks or in market areas. Those are the areas that we recommend. But in communities, people will not use it, no matter the number you provide. But in the absence of toilets in homes, these things are also served to some extent. But to eliminate open defecation, people must have toilets in their homes. And then we can enforce our bylaws. Because you provided them with a toilet. Why are you defecating outside? But if you keep on taking people to court, arresting them, you end up arresting the 6% who do not have toilets. Because every time they will have to attend to nature calls. And taking them to court will not be the solution. The Gamma subsidized access to toilet facilities, which is the support that government gives. And this started 2014 is during the NDC President Mahama time. And that was a good job that has been done up to date. Today we are making good progress, but we still have 6% to deal with. And that, I'm happy we are discussing this subject, and I'm sure government will take it seriously.
Engineer Sedi, what kind of toilet facilities were you putting up? Was it what we would term as WCs or the local ones that people also term? What kind of toilet facilities were you putting up?
When we are talking about the urban environment, people have very high needs. Now, Ghanaians everywhere, we are the same. Once the person gets to the urban community, their lifestyle, their taste, everything remains the same. What we are used to is the WC, where you enter a preview room and then you do your thing and just press a flash in a system and it flashes your toilet facility. Where it goes, people don't really matter. They don't care about where it goes. The issue is that it flashes. So that WC system has been in our mind. So any toilet facility that you give to the people, which does not use those systems, they don't like it. And so what we did was that we came up with an engineering solution with a toilet facility called the biodigester. The biodigester has all the features of a WC. The only difference is that instead of using a septic tank, we are not using a septic tank because the septic tank takes a huge space. The people do not have space. Then you go and take a huge space to build a septic tank. And the cost of a septic tank is very high. So we came up with a digester, which is a very small, which is about a quarter of the price of a septic tank. And so most of the urban settlers and the urban people were able to access this toilet facility in addition to the subsidy that was given. It made the toilet very cheap. But when you enter the preview room, the environment, everything is like the WC. You fly, it's a flat system, and you have a toilet seat, you have a hand wash basin, everything is there. It's just that the treatment unit is the biological unit, which is very small. And this was caught up in Accra, and everybody is going for it. We train them, we train the artisans, creating jobs for them, and they have a lot of the guys to have access to it. But I guess has come to stay. We've trained a lot of people, we have the know-how, we have a manual, everything is there. All we need to do is to continue to urge people, those that need support. You see, when you have to toilet facility, it is the poor and the poor people who are prone to this issue, the vulnerable. And they cannot access a toilet facility at the cost we are even giving it, which is very cheap. At the cost of 6,000, 7,000 Ghana cedi, they can't even afford. If you go for a septic tank, you are going to pay over 30,000 to 40,000 to have a full septic tank. With 7,000, even that one, the poor person cannot access. So the Gamma project subsidized this, and we were paying only 1,200 Ghana cedi as their beneficial contribution, and that made it affordable to them. And so a lot more people were able to access, and now they are using them. They've all stopped open defecation, reducing our number from 44% to 6% as of now. The project came to an end in 2024 December. We are still in discussion with government, and my minister of local government is still looking at it, and I know that the government of President Mama is still committed to providing toilets to the houses, and so we are in a preparation to see if this program can be brought back so that the 6% that are still doing open defecation will also have access to it.
Engineer Sedi, did you follow up, or was there any assessments done by your members or your team to find out if really the beneficiaries were using these toilet facilities? Because from the reports we heard, people are still moving away from that and going to the beaches to do their own thing.
You see, Chris, is it Chris?
Philip.
Yeah.
You see, we've done a lot of assessments. I still maintain that we have 6% still doing open defecation. Those doing open defecation do not have the toilet facility. It's not as if they have the facility, they are not using it. Those who have it are using it, unless there is a problem with it, and then they have to fix it. And generally, when you have a problem with your facility, you may not be able to use it. But over 95% from the assessment, and we have a lot of PhD students, we have a lot of academia who have done a lot of research and assessment of the program. And in all of it, the report proves positive that it is something that is working. If you have the toilet, why will you leave it and go and use defecate openly? And so in life, nobody wants to just go at the habit to go and squat and do it. It's because they are compelled to do it. So let us help the people, the poor people. If you go to Choco, if you go to other areas, Ada East, Ada West, they do it, and because they have access to the beach, it's an area where when you go, even when you defecate, the water will just come and take it. So their eyes will not see the toilet. They just go and squat there. By 3-5 minutes, the water will just come and take it away. So people don't want to be seeing toilets. That's why they even not going to the public facilities. And if you give them a facility in their homes, they will use it. Let us try. In Ghana now, open defecation has been recorded at 17.7% from the 54% in 2014. And you can tell you that over the period from 2015-16, we were not recording cholera cases in Ghana until the late 2024 and early 2025, when we had about 200 cases and then 13 deaths. In 2014, when we had 44%, we had over 20,199 cases of cholera out of which 121 people died. This is what gave birth to the Gamma project. And the solution was that people do not have access. So let's create access. So the objective of the project is to create access. And that has been done successfully. Reducing these figures from the 44 to 6. And over the period, it is clear that we will not see cholera cases. So those areas that were not beneficiary of the project are the pockets that we're still experiencing it. Addressing open defecation is something that is achievable, and we should help everybody to have access. For that, we need to enforce our law that we shouldn't allow development in any area when there's no toilet facility. Ghana is, to me, is a developed country. I would even call it a developing. So let us make sure that people have access, improve our sanitation situation, and I'm sure everybody will be happy with the situation.
When Abita of Ecozoid spoke, she mentioned that almost all regions in Ghana, except the Volta region, is not experiencing open defecation. The project moved to other regions aside the Greater Accra region.
It is apart from Accra region, we went to Ashanti region, Kumasi, Ashanti region, Volta region. As of now, also have instance of open defecation. The 2021 census. So maybe he was referring to the PTs, maybe, but currently, Volta region have some cases, even though it is better compared to other regions, far better. But currently, Greater Accra and Volta, I think they are almost at the same level. The figures that we have, if you just go and Google and refer for the open defecation situation in Volta region and in Greater Accra. So the situation, but we didn't work in Volta region. Our recommendation was that let's scale up the Gamma project beyond Accra and Kumasi. In Savannah regions, in the northern area, will you be surprised to know that open defecation in the Savannah is about 68%. And that is what is giving the Ghana the 17.7%, because most of the areas that we worked in Ashanti region, we have about 7% open defecation. Accra is 6%, which is even better than Ashanti region. We worked there briefly, building 30,000 household toilets. That has improved the situation a little. But we still need to do more and scale up beyond. We need to go to Volta region. We need to go to Eastern region. You know, the cholera outbreak that we experienced in 2025, it was in the areas of Western, Central, Eastern, and the Volta. These are the corridors that were recording the cholera outbreak in Accra. So let us go, let us do what we did in Accra. Let us help people to have access to toilets in their homes. And let us prioritize access to improved sanitation. Let us make it number one. We are in a situation when you talk of toilets, people begin to laugh at you. I don't really understand. And whenever anybody come and promise access to improved toilet facility, then people look at it as something that they have to laugh over. But that is not the situation. When you have cholera outbreak, it can affect anybody, including myself, who have two toilets in my house. It can affect you because you can easily contract the disease, and the end result is death. So let us prevent an epidemic of cholera in our country. Ghana is far developed, and let this be a thing of the past. Let us continue to pursue and make sure people have access to toilets in their home. If we're able to scale up Ghana beyond Accra, and then first we have to do more in Accra, do more in Ashanti region, and scale it to the other parts of the country, which I'm not sure. President Mama, who started Ghana, I'm sure you will make a way for us to be able to achieve this noble objective.
In your statistics, you made mention of the Savannah region being high. Is that to say that the northern part of the country, open defecation is prevalent there?
Prevalent, that is the word. That is even an understatement. You see, it's prevalent, but there are many reasons for that.
What are some of the reasons?
You see, that area, you know the weather condition. Very hot. The weather condition is that. And they need access to water is not. And whenever the land that they are farming, they think they need to treat the land to get manure. So most often, in their layman view, they want to use the feces from the cow and then from human beings. So they will be tell you go and defecate on the land because they want to use it as a fertilizer. But the only advantage they have is that the term intensity is so high that whenever you defecate, within a short time, it is disintegrated. But even that one, we still not recommend it because we still have E. coli in those ones that whenever it rains, it can easily get to our environment and in our homes. So they do it because they think that they are fertilizing their land for farming. And so that has been a situation which we need to help them to get the appropriate fertilizer, improve their land, and then let them know that that practice is not good for our health, it's not good for public health and public concern. But they do it because of that mindset. That is why it is very prevalent. Some people will even come and tell you that when you collect feces, come and put it on my land. You see, because they want to fertilize their land and get more crops.
Wow.
But then the consequences is far-reaching. And we need to educate them. We need to let them know that this is not the way to go. And so that has been the situation. But if you give them the toilet facility, they will use it. If you educate them, they will use it. And then you also support them by improving their land so they can have a good yield at the end of their harvest.
You said from all I gathered from you, it means that to deal with the sanitation issue, we have to invest heavily. Is that it?
That is the point. We must invest. You see, we have overlooked the situation for over a period of time. So at the moment, we are overwhelmed with the challenge. And so if you want to arrest everybody, you end up arresting almost every offender. So what we need to do is that the work that we neglected over the years, we need to come in and support the people. And by so doing, we need to invest money into supporting households to be able to have access. Going forward, we can come up with a law and to say that this time we are ready to do our work as MMDAs, as assembly people. We are going to enforce the law. So whenever anybody is developing, we will make sure that he has a provision for all of these facilities in their plan before we approve them. If you do that, then we are not going to have that gap where a lot more people do not have access, where government has to come in. At the moment, we need to achieve SDG goal 2030, and we are just about 3 years away
from
and
that.
Ghana, our record is around 25.5%, 25.3%. You see, to achieve the standard that has been set for SDG goals. So all we need to do is to invest. If you leave the people that they should do toilet themselves and you want to arrest them, they have competing needs. They have school fees to pay. They have clothing to pay. They have other things to attend to. So adding toilets when he has an alternative where he can go to the beach, where he can go to the public area and then defecate, that would not be a priority. So we need to have them to get it, because when we have 200 people dying and we have to bring in medication, government will have to invest in doses. The hospital, they have. We need to keep on dosing and buying medication. So let's do preventive measures so that these issues, cholera and all those related diseases that have nothing to do with poor sanitation, will be a thing of the past, and government will be free, and then we'll have a productive economy where people will use more. So the money we even invest in providing these toilets, people will work harder, they have good health, and they'll be able to produce it, and the economy will be booming. So let's invest more in it.
Engineer George Esiedu, thank you so much for your time. He is the project coordinator for the Gama Sanitation and Water Project. Grateful for your time, and it's been an interesting conversation with you and also Abitha. From all they've said and from all we've been doing the sanitation thing for 16 weeks here on Breakfast Daily. Every Wednesday, we bring you issues related to sanitation. And it's just evident that the government will have to invest. We wouldn't want to overlook the fact that residents or individuals have a role to play. We all have a role to play. But like I said, that the buck stops with leadership. And if a fish will rot, it starts from the head. As soon as we overlook these things and we do not focus on the fact that we need to invest in sanitation, we move away from that important thing that has to be dealt with in this country. I always say that as a politician, if you eat, after eating, ask yourself where that wrapper or the
the park yeah.
will land, or where you will even ease yourself, who is actually dealing with that? Away from a politician, as an individual, when you are done with all your things in your kitchen, where is the rubbish going to end? Or you clean your room, where is the rubbish going to end? It's someone that is going to take charge of it. It's an entity that is going to take charge of it. That entity has to be paid. That individual has to be paid. So it comes with some sort of investment that has to be put in there. We've seen a lot of youth going around volunteering to clean up the gutters, to get places well kept and all that. It all comes with money because you're moving from one location to the other. So there should be a holistic approach to this. We shouldn't close our eyes on it and say that maybe we've done it in the past, it hasn't yielded results. There are other ways to also do it, but it doesn't mean that you should move away entirely from it and not to invest. We always keep citing example. Yesterday I was at the Rose Ministry, and the Rose Ministry now wants to move away from road tolls to toll roads, and the toll road has to do with electronic way of tolling system. They cited example with other countries. They cited example with Singapore. They cited example with other developed countries. We want Ghana to look like developed countries, but we need to invest. We can't move away from that. These countries were intentional about it. If, like Engineer Esiedu indicated, if you now put in the structures, the enforcement to work. But if you've not put in the structures yet, I do not have a toilet in my house, and like they are saying, I go to the public toilet and there are a lot of people there and I can't even hold it. I would have to go to the sea and go and ease myself. I do it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, then I become used to it. Instead of going to pay the 50 pesos on the 1 Ghana cedis, I would want to move away from that and go and get somewhere that I can freely ease myself. And that is it. And I don't have a problem with anyone. But if you've been able to provide the toilet facility for me in my house, then I can move away from that. Now let's move from maybe the liquid waste. Let's go to the solid waste itself. People are supposed to move waste from their homes to wherever the landfill sites are, to wherever the dump sites are. This particular waste has to be treated. There are entities treating these waste. There are entities moving the waste from one location to the other. These entities must be paid.
Exactly.
These individuals must be paid. So you see, when you work, for instance, we are sitting here and we're working for some time now and we are not being paid. You think that you get a zeal and the morale to come and sit here? I tell people that we've moved away from passion and we've gotten to the stage where it's survival.
Yeah.
We've moved away from passion. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. Agreed. You go to the fuel station. It's not passion that is going to buy you fuel into your car. Now you need to survive. These entities need to pay people. You understand? Individuals must work for the things to happen. You see border all around the country. You see border dotted around places. Entities must come and move the border from one place to the other. They have to ensure that these landfill sites are kept well. These dump sites are kept well. The MMDCEs must work. They need men to work. We've seen the environmental service providers complaining. We've seen the personnel from various universities that did environment who are supposed to be employed. They are not being employed. With what we used to call Sama or Town Council. A lot of these people are homes, they are not being employed. So I think we shouldn't move the focus from the fact that all other things are working. Road is being constructed. We have health facilities going on. We have education is also taking attention. But we shouldn't move away from sanitation. It's very important because now if we should have any cholera outbreak or we should have any issue with health, that individual who will come and sit in the office and work is sick.
Exactly.
Will the work go on? No. So we should protect our workforce. We should protect the citizens. Government has a role to play. Individuals ourselves, we have a role to play. Then now the law enforcement agencies, they do have a role, and when all these things are done, it works holistically, then we can now find a solution to the bigger problem. If I have a toilet facility or I have a way that I can easily dispose of my waste from my home, I wouldn't wait for the rain to come. Then I would want to dump the waste into the drain for it to get to Korle Lagoon, and it's also going to be another challenge there, because when we even spoke about the Odo River, it's coming from upstream. People are dumping waste from upstream down through to Korle Lagoon. We had the issue of June 3 disaster, 2015, took lives. What are we learning from these things as citizens, as a government? So I think that in all our planning, in all our things that we are doing as a country, we shouldn't move away from the fact that sanitation is very important. Maybe one of these is I would have to set myself as a sanitation ambassador and try and move around and get things done. Because see, I've seen videos from Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. The president went there recently. I saw videos, and the president even said that this place is a beautiful country. They were intentional about it. It's not about, you're coming from home and you're coming to work, and you see filth from Ablekuma Cave. There is filth there. You move through to Kwashiman, you are seeing Bola around. You come to La Paz, you are seeing Bola around. You go to Kanesi. So I'm okay. I wouldn't want to talk much. But I think that the long and short of the issue is we need to invest in sanitation.
Yeah, I think the government really needs to invest in sanitation, and we as individuals need to do our part to also keep our environment clean, because at the end of the day, it affects everybody. And from what the man said, we need to meet the SDG goal in 3 years. In 3 years, and we're still in 20%, which is not a very good thing. While other countries are advancing, we're still in 20-something%, which is not a good thing. But anyway, this is the conversation for the sanitation series, and we've come to an end of it. We never know, we might still bring more back if it comes back again, or if the need be. But thank you so much. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, the show continues with more.
Are you ready to revolutionize the future of agriculture? The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank, proudly presents the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. The fair will feature exhibitions, market linkages, masterclasses, and workshops on climate-smart farming, digital tools, and export development. Join us at the Black Star Square from March 17 to March 19 at 9 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, to open the fair. Government agencies, agrotech firms, startups, farmers, financial institutions, and the general public are all welcome. To exhibit or for inquiries, call 0559 679326 or 0242 585419. Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like click. That sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Chinyia pata moba minole. Yoba tere milolo. Ashino ko beni bashe wate just wo mo papo.
Osmolelo.
Me to enjoy me kenta.
To enjoy. Yene ke shiane.
Shiane mo fun yo.
right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. Now it's time for us to get into trends. What is everybody talking about on social media? What is keeping us buzzing? And it has to do with social media platforms like Facebook's X and
Instagram,
Snapchat. And then Snapchat, and then
TikTok. Yeah.
What's your favorite though?
TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You told me.
There's a reason.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
Very relaxing.
I recently checked my BP and that was the truth. I did. I checked my BP and it hasn't gone that high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though you would have a lot of things taking your attention and you know you're not having enough rest and all that. But sometimes you're on TikTok and you're getting some good laugh and all
happy.
that. Of course. Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Anyway, before we get into that, let us remind everyone that the month of March is in the corner.
Yeah.
And definitely that means we are getting into our Heritage Month. And obviously we have so many activities for you that we are going to be taking you through. But before then, the Heritage Month launch is going to be on Wednesday, the 25th of February 2026 at the Channel One TV Gardens at 5:30 p.m. prompt. And like I said, these activities that we're going to be taking you throughout this exciting month is the Heritage Month series, where you get to learn a lot from historians and different people when it comes to the history of Ghana, the history and culture of Ghana. Now, the Heritage Caravan, of course, you all know that will be taking you through 14 regions from the 1st to the 8th of March, where the caravanites are going to experience the country in different ways, through the sights and sounds, the cultural display and all that. And of course, the Back to Your Village Food Festival is one of the best food festivals in the country that takes you back to your village, where you get to experience the beauty and the deliciousness of Ghanaian food. Now, the sponsors taking us through this Heritage Month is ADMI Granite Paste, Caveman Watches, Gino, Piva Beverages, Guel, Mini Mia Choma, Didi Shito, Nana's Rice, Holiday Insurance, and Omni Basic. Thank you so much for holding us down. This is brought to you by Channel One TV and City 97.3 FM.
So as the Heritage Caravan conversation is also ongoing, which the launch will be on the 25th of February 2026, next week Wednesday, I'm sure you also patronize and Made in Ghana rice. Very important. Made in Ghana rice, which is very, very important. And this Made in Ghana rice is something that we are pushing here. It's a campaign that we are pushing here on City 97.3 FM and also on Channel One TV, because we want the farmers to get jobs. We want people to also get jobs. We want the farmers to make enough money so they can take good care of themselves. And we want to end the issue of food glut. So eat Ghana, build Ghana. Eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future. Fresh from our farms to your plate. And this is in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, MasterCard Foundation, and the 24-hour policy, which is very, very important that as Ghanaians we push that agenda. So let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. Taste the effort, taste Ghana. So this is the campaign we are pushing here as a viewer and somebody who really support what we do here at Channel One TV and also City FM. Why not? The next time you go to the market to purchase rice, ask for the Made in Ghana rice and grab it. And I'm sure your children will love it. Your household will love it, because there are some fantastic brands out there that you ask yourself, is this made in Ghana? Yes, it's made in Ghana. There are a lot of them made in Ghana. So help us push this agenda so we can create jobs for all and also help the farmers to get the best of life.
Yeah. Anyway, the Channel One News app is live, and we hope that you have already downloaded the app, especially if you want to stay updated and stay tuned with all the news and information that we have for you coming from Ghana and beyond. So if you haven't downloaded, head to Google Play Store, and then you can download it, and it will be right on your phone and your tablet. So this makes it easy for you to access everything Channel One TV on your phone and on your tablet, and also anywhere in the world. As long as you have internet connection, you will stay connected. So go out there and download it on Google Play Store.
Okay. So, Chris, before we started doing the promos, you asked me which of the social media, so TikTok, but we've seen a troubling story going around on Facebook and also on X.
Yeah, even on Instagram this morning.
On Instagram this morning.
The emails
and that has to do with the Mamobi Polyclinic. This is
Mamprobi.
Mamprobi. Hey, sounds mad. Mamprobi. So Mamprobi Polyclinic, and this particular issue was a troubling one. But let's bring you what it was on social media before we tell you the update of this particular story. So there was an incident that happened yesterday. It was February 17 at the Mamprobi Polyclinic in Accra, right after the mother underwent cesarean section, and the family members confronted the staff, who first said the CCTV camera was broken, but the video was also pulled out around 7:02 a.m. That reveals that a woman in white trousers and a light top carrying the baby past the door of that particular facility. The relatives and locals stormed the hospital in anger in the afternoon, prompting the police to step in and launch an adoption investigation while urging the public for tips on the woman's identity. So that is a picture you can see there. But I think there's an update right now.
Yeah, so basically, a newborn baby vanished from the Mamprobi Polyclinic. Yeah, so someone walked into the polyclinic and then took another person's baby.
But we are getting an update that the baby has been found.
But we've had an update this morning that the baby has been found. And we want to say thank God. And from some of the comments that we saw yesterday, it seems like it's the woman's sister-in-law or the man's child, the man's sister that picked up the baby, which was not supposed to be. No one is supposed to have access to babies and just pick up a baby.
It talks about security at the various facilities,
And it seems like this hospital has been called out so many times. Or this polyclinic has been called out so many times for different things. But anyway, we have some comments. So these are some of the
videos.
Yeah.
So if you can just watch out, let's watch the videos and let's really hear from the people as well what really transpired at the Mamprobi Polyclinic.
Stop that. You can't do that. Let me put a video out. One time. Let me say. Prepare the video for us. No. On your time. The whole hospital, Mamprobi Polyclinic, almost camera in your juma. You see camera be muni juma. Ya be view be back. Keke mushe ni be ko wi ani panu mushe ni pada se ni be fa ha o ye ni se nurse wa na nurse ni ha ya be dwa hwe aha o na me na futi jabi e mushe aha na be wi akola no o aha na be wi akola no o aha Mamprobi Polyclinic o mini chale the way they go on no be small. Camera su wa o. Camera su wa. Ye fa akola no. Camera su wa o. Mushe. Camera su wa o. Ba yehu de o wa bi akola no. Omu my different videos bi keke. Se ka mu ma yenka. E be ka se ebu ade e wo Ghana ase. Camera su wa o. Camera su wa.
Okay, so that was the update there. Sorry for that. We apologize for that vulgar words that was used in there by one of the angry residents in Mamprobi. Sorry for that. But we like the fact that individuals have now become very vigilant. Like I said, see something, say something. So
be each other's keeper.
Yeah. So I like the fact that they were able to voice out and get the police involved. And the update is that the child has been found. Chris, what else do you have interest?
Well, let's check out some of the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think there were comments on social media. Let's check out some of the comments and then we can move to the next one. So this woman randomly walks into the hospital headed to where the baby is and stole the baby without a single soul seeing her. I don't understand this. And this is by Official Lovey. A whole baby stolen from a clinic, and we are acting shocked like this is random. If hospitals are insecure enough to protect newborns, then something is deeply broken. And this is from at Shop Main Fix. And at Danny Boy 82 is saying this story isn't clear, so neither a midwife nor the woman's relative was around. Many are mad, only few are walking naked. How can you even think of this? And the victim must sue the hospital with their last coin. And this is from at One Ghana TV. At Lupes Cabrelli, say Mamprobi Poly again. And another person asked, same thing happened there before. At Apiki, they should arrest all those who were on duty. Ooh, that'll be wild.
Yeah, so I think the good news is that the baby has been found, and we will be following up keenly to get the backstory. What really happened? Is there a relative that took the baby? How the investigation went about, and now we have seen the baby. I think that's the good news.
And from the video that we saw, like which isn't really like fully explained. I wanted to know the person carrying the baby. Is that the same baby? And is that the thief?
Well, we do not know whether the person.
Imagine it's the thief and still the baby.
We do not
I have a problem.
We do not know whether that person can be described as a thief or not.
It's a baby thief. Haven't you watched Baby Thief, the movie?
The reason why I'm saying that there is also another narrative that is saying that it could be a relative that went in for the baby.
But you're a thief. What wait, I don't care if you're a relative. Being a relative doesn't stop you from being a thief if you steal.
So because
you're a thief, even if you're a mother and you go there without anybody's consent or without even the mother's consent,
you're a thief.
You're a thief. You stole a baby.
For me, I wouldn't want to describe the person like that.
So what would you describe the person as?
I would want to get the full facts from the Ghana Police Service.
My 9 months.
From the Ghana Police Service, get the full details from the from the relatives or from the facility, what really may have transpired and where we have gotten to. Because in one of the comments you read said that Mamprobi Polyclinic again. So you see, all these things when it happens, it sort of tarnishes the image of the facility. So if they would have to redeem their image, then you would have to either issue a statement coming from the Ghana Health Service or from the Ministry of Health, or the investigation must be brought out, full details. Let's know what transpired. Is it a relative that took the child? Is it that there was an oversight somewhere? And even in the video, the first video, the gentleman that did the video said that we demanded for a CCTV footage, and we were told that that particular CCTV isn't functioning. So it's a bigger problem. Now, when you go to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Ridge Hospital, security has been beefed up. It's been intensified.
Even at 37?
Yes, because of something that happened in the past. People went in there, filmed, rushed their patient in there, demanding that that particular patient should be treated immediately. It brought a whole lot of chaos there. So this brings to a bigger problem that we have at our health facilities and other public places. So if security has to be beefed there, you're taking a baby from wherever the baby is to wherever you're taking it
to your house,
to wherever you're taking the baby to, you have to answer questions. Have you gone through the process? Who are you? And all that before we would get to this particular stage. So it's up to you. The Ministry of Health led by Kwabena Mintakando, and also the Ghana Health Service, you would have to also try and find out details from this particular facility, and if security has to be beefed up at the Mamprobi Polyclinic, and not only there, other health facilities as well, so be it. But for me, I would wait for the full facts from the Ghana Police Service that waded into the whole issue, and also from the various authorities before I could describe that particular woman as a thief.
As a mother, I'll call her a thief.
Chris, what else do we have for trends?
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what else do we have for trends?
Let's get into some sports.
Yeah.
And this is actually coming from a match that happened yesterday. So Vinicius accuses Benfica's Prestiani of racial slur during a match. So Real Madrid secured 1 victory over Benfica in the Champions League playoff first leg, thanks to Vinicius Junior's 50th minute strike at Estadio da Luz. And tension erupted when Vinicius accused Benfica's 19-year-old Gianluca Prestiani of calling him mono Spanish for monkey.
Is that what he said?
Yes, because I actually watched the match. I saw when he scored. Okay. He was happy. He was excited. The next thing, everything just changed.
Did the people hear the word that he said, or they read his lips?
No, Vinicius, the guy that scored, said the guy came to him and called him a monkey. He heard him say monkey.
Wow.
Yes.
Racism.
So this actually prompted a 10-minute stoppage under the UEFA's anti-racism protocol. And, you know, this is not the first time that is happening. So Mbappe backed the claim, saying he heard it 5 times.
Really?
And calling for a lifetime ban. While Benfica's released videos showing distance between players and Prestiani's denied any racist intent with no audio proof yet. UEFA reviews footage ahead of the return leg. So we're going to see what this how this thing will play off. But, you know, I am not going to say I do not believe it, because we have seen these things happen in such matches. But it's quite unfortunate if it really, really, really happens.
It's not permitted.
Especially for someone that is 19 years old. Like it's 2026.
Let's bring you comments on this if we do have this particular issue. And someone said every reaction comes with an equally opposite reaction. We will say they are racist, but Vinny provoked them with that dance on their corner. You are all acting like you didn't see it. Well. No to racism, and that's what we've been fighting for a very long time. We stand with Vinny. Yeah,
I actually stand with Vinny. He endures insults throughout the match, is constantly provoked, and when he responds in his own ways, scores and celebrates, he becomes the one at fault in their eyes. Some fans don't want a player, they want a scapegoat. Can we address the elephant in the room? Who here knows what the racism protocol is? He covered his mouth with his shirt for a reason.
You could say it.
Yeah.
He covered it. Yeah, he did. He covered his mouth.
Mbappe said players heard it, including his teammates. So if players heard it, why not? He probably said it.
But why will you call a fellow footballer? Well, because of the complexion.
But we also saw the same thing in AFCON, where the Moroccan fans were actually throwing bananas to the West African players. Yeah.
This is it should be checked. Racism is something that is not going to help, because I think there is a campaign going on, say no to racism, yes, and it should really be looked at. Well, they are footballers.
And
they
I
are
like
doing
what
the same job.
One of the comments said, like, you know, they constantly provoke him, and when he reacts, everybody thinks, that he's doing he's being overboard, or he's going over the top, because it's the same thing like Balotelli. Balotelli, he was constantly provoked, and when he reacts, then he's an angry player.
Balotelli, that gentleman.
And he suffered a lot from that too.
Yeah. Anyway, if you have video of the day, let's check it out. Then we'll move to the next on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV.
I think I like the final run.
He was like,
I can't, it's okay, I can't kill myself, I beg.
See, I can't please my mother-in-law, so for what I'm doing, it's just obvious. I can't carry it.
I can't do it again.
No. I've tried everything I can. I can't
carry it.
Enough of the water. Enough of the water.
At that point, he said, I beg, I can't forget.
Play it again. It was like, enough of the water. The water is gone. I can't do it anymore. I can't come and kill myself here. So he tried lifting it, put it on his chest. He couldn't. Now
he said, no, forget.
It's actually the running away that kills me.
You know, forget it.
You know what? He says no. So he tried carrying it. Yeah. So,
and the way he bent.
Yeah. But why would you want to please your mother-in-law in this way?
Oh my God.
Then finally he was like, you know what? I'm giving up. What? Anyway, that's interesting. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. Stay with us.
Oh, another payment through Stanbic. Smooth as always.
Imagine making or collecting all payments without leaving your chair. Sounds like magic, right? Nah, it's Stanbic Pay.
Darling, can you please help with the bills, especially address school fees?
From school fees to utilities, the government and statutory payments to investments, insurance payments, Hajj payments, and more.
Mommy, my fees has been paid.
Just log on to Stanbic Pay and you're set for life.
Please tell me everything has been paid.
No Stanbic account, no queues, no stress, no last-minute panic.
Cherish your time and live happier in safety and convenience. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh or call to get started.
Osmolelo.
Me twin jolly kenta.
Twin jolly. Yeneke Shiane.
Shiane, mo fun yo mi.
Sweet Roots Secondary School invites all alumni and stakeholders to the 67th anniversary and homecoming celebrations. It's happening from Friday the 20th of March to Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. On Friday, How I Got There, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Year groups check-in and roll call. Gary Soakins competition. Cadet course ceremony from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All students convoy. Drive to Swesco, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Candlelight procession from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome cocktail with alumni and staff of the school. Meet and greet with Compa Band performing live at the forecourt of the school complex from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, speech and prize giving day from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. All year groups lunch from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Alumni dance party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, anniversary Thanksgiving service at 8 a.m. A great opportunity to reconnect with your old mates. Contact your year group president now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
On this happy trip back.
Welcome back, guys. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. And of course, you know, the Heritage Caravan is in the corner. And we've been talking about it because it's the 10th edition. And we've gotten, you know, so many thoughts about it when it comes to what people should expect. Especially we heard from Frema the other time. And we also heard from some sponsors. Still talking about sponsors, we are going to be looking at another sponsor. And they are joining the group chat for the first time. And they are new in this group chat of the Heritage Caravan. So what do they have? What are they expecting? And let's get to know them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Enoch Edu Mensah, who's a marketing manager of ADMI Granite Paste. Hi, Enoch.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, your paste looks nice. It looks different from, you know, what it looks on TV. Yeah.
Looks different from what he's been tied in there, the rubber.
Oh yeah. The local rubber.
Yeah, the local rubber.
Okay.
This
that one.
Fantastic packaging.
We can, yeah.
So we
call it penny the penny.
Penny the penny. Okay.
We put a lot of thought into packaging the product. Just as you rightly said, I mean, this is traditional granite paste that we all know, except that we have gone a step further. We've done the sourcing from the north, of course, made in Ghana from beginning to the end. Sourced from the north, we do the blending and everything, and we put it into this amazing package. It's granite paste as you know it from our childhood. The same granite paste we used to eat omutu, kunkunte. It's the same thing, and we just packaged it nicely, and with a very consistent taste and health consistency as well.
So this one, if you are traveling, you can have like 2, 3, 4 in your bag, and you can travel with it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's not like you are scared.
You know,
of
talking about traveling, he likes to travel with Ghanaian food anywhere he goes.
But why won't you go with Ghanaian food?
So this will actually work for you. So when you get to anywhere, you can just pull out the pot
and go there
and
get their bread and just add. So why the name ADMI?
I like what you said before you even asked the question, because you know the name speaks for itself. It's ADMI. Add me to whatever it is that you're doing. If you have, if you want to do some omutu, add me to the soup. If you have some bread, add me to the bread. If you have some roasted plantain, you can equally add me to it. So the name speaks for itself, and it's a convenient product. You can carry it anywhere. The shelf life is good, so you don't need to worry about it actually going bad. And it doesn't have preservatives. And so because of that, we've even reduced the expiry date level. So instead of the normal 3 years that most companies will do, because they've added preservatives or whatever. I mean, I stand to be corrected. We don't add any of that, so that after 1 year, that is the normal time for groundnut paste to actually go bad. So when it's 1 year, you can even return it to us. We'll exchange it for you. Or whatever.
Oh, beautiful! Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can return it.
No, because it won't even be there for that long.
Yeah, for that long. Yeah,
It's that good.
Even before that time comes.
Yeah, it's that good. So this is a really amazing product.
Right. But why did you decide to join the group chat as sponsors of the Heritage Caravan? And plus, is the 10th year of the Heritage Caravan.
Yeah. So for 10 years, we have all watched CT Channel 1, consistently talk and echo about Ghana Month and how we need to celebrate our own. And Caravan obviously started. For 10 years, you've been doing it very consistently. And we believe in that vision that you have, putting Ghana to the very top. And so this product is made right here in Ghana. What you're doing is also here in Ghana. And I think you're going across Ghana. Yeah. And so it's a way of showing support to CT, saying that we believe in your vision for Ghana and we're going to champion anything made in Ghana. So that's
it means that you've been watching us from afar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm an avid listener, viewer of all the shows.
Wow.
I like the channel.
Yeah. So what do you actually think about the Heritage Caravan?
Personally, I think it's great. Look, a lot of people sit here in Accra and not know
Ghana
much.
is Accra.
Yeah, they don't go anywhere. Most people in Accra don't go anywhere. They're either tied with their jobs or their families or whatever it is. They just don't go anywhere. The Heritage Caravan gives people the opportunity to actually go around. It's really not just Accra. Like there are other places, in Ghana that you have to go and experience. You understand? You need to go and see for yourself. Yeah. And then once you see for yourself, then you can actually come to your own understanding or whatever it is. If we don't understand ourselves as a people, I'm not sure we'll be able to go any further. So personally, those are my thoughts on it. I think it's great. I think it's a nice way to see Ghana, and it's amazing that CDFM and Channel 1 are the ones championing this.
So this is the first time you are doing that?
Yeah.
I envy the Caravanites.
I'm telling you.
Is that to say that we will have ADMI on the trip unlimited?
Everything from ADMI is unlimited on that day. And
carry along bread or biscuits.
Yes, everything.
Or you test when prepare your groundnut soup on the trip.
Everything.
Yeah.
We will be giving people a taste of ADMI from Accra till we get to our very last destination.
Wow. So we are sad.
Oh, you're not going?
No.
There comes a time in a man's life. Don't worry. Don't rush.
We will.
Everything will happen.
Okay. Yeah, we will make provisions for people in house. And
I
brought products for everybody as well.
I know people who are watching me after the show. They'll be like, Philip. ADMI says that for the house, so not for an individual, for the house. Anyway, so now that this is on and you are on the Caravan, the 10th anniversary, and you've now come to the studio. Do you have another form of the paste aside what we are saying here?
Yes. So
like another size.
Yes. So we have it in this size, which is the 350. We have it in 950, which is a bottle. It's very convenient. Okay. You can just scoop from it and then just cover it. It's very convenient. And then we have it in the bucket size. So that's for the hotels, the restaurants, and all those.
So this is the smallest size.
So this is the smallest size. But we're working on rolling out a few other line items. So we would have one that looks like comes in the form of a string.
Yeah.
So you can
the strip one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the bread sellers, people that do pastry, you can easily add it to it.
Like the way we have the margarine one or something?
Yes.
Oh yeah, very convenient for the bread sellers.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, this is even a healthier option. You understand? This is groundnut paste. I mean, you can't go wrong with groundnut paste. There's enough protein in there and all that nutrients. So
I know people who actually do groundnut paste with bread. You find them doing sugar bread.
Smoothies. You want to do banana smoothies. You can
banana smoothies and with your protein.
Yeah. People that go to the gyms and all that, they want to lose weight. I have been on a weight loss journey myself, and so I mean
a lot of groundnut paste.
Yeah, you can do all that shit.
You use groundnut paste for soakings too.
Oh yeah.
You can put it in the soaking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad she knows. We'll let you try it, and then
I'll be happy.
We'll see. But it's quite good.
It's the same way you can put the granules. Is it just put the paste in there? And
it gives it the same flavor, same taste, even better because it's already smooth. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Do you have something for our viewers?
Oh yes. I just because of the whole Ghana Month idea and all that, I just want people to really call and say just one or two things they would use grano paste for, or some of the things that growing up they use grano paste for. So whether it's a soup or whatever it is, they should just
say it.
Yeah, say it, and then there's a free carton for
a
them.
carton.
A carton.
Yeah.
All right. So viewers, if you're watching right now, it's time for that giveaway again.
My family member should call you.
It's time for a giveaway again. Yeah, so today we are actually very excited and very happy to be doing this because it seems like anytime we talk about Heritage Caravan sponsors, someone wants to do a giveaway.
How many do you have in the carton?
So for now, we can, from between 3 to 5, the very first 3 to 5 people that will call free cartons.
3 to 5.
And how many is in one carton?
And you have 12 of this in one carton. Yeah.
Producers, please put the number on the screen, sir.
And you know the funny thing is, if you use half of this, you can still get enough soup like to feed 4 people.
Yeah.
Whoa! I tried it, and I mean, I used to eat a lot, so I mean, half of this I couldn't finish it, and it's that good. One of this can do like a whole meal for almost everybody.
Wow.
All right.
It's that good.
All right, so the numbers are on the screen right now, and it's a simple question. What can you use ADME paste, granite paste for, or what are some of the things that you have used granite paste for? Just call us and let us know, and then you can get one carton.
So at the moment, you find us in all supermarkets where we're even rolling out on a few other...
Where's the factory located?
We're on the Spintex Road.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Spintex Road, yeah.
Okay, so the numbers on the screens. Get one carton.
Yeah.
You can do
I hope my
Ghana
family
soup.
member.
You can do Ghana soup. You can do it for bread. You can do it for
Coffee Brookman.
Coffee Brookman.
Yeah. It will work, right?
Yeah.
Soaking.
But why are we giving them the answers?
Oh. Do they think that those are the answers? they do not know. They should just call and let's see how it works. But what exactly went into the decision to do this?
Yeah.
How did you...
At what point do you realize that, you know what, it's time to actually innovate granite paste?
So really, it comes back to, thinking about Ghana, really. And how we can sort of improve on our staple, for the future. And so you'd find people into other things, but we decided that we're going to package the granite paste. Also because we all buy from a lot of places. We don't know what the granite paste is like. But you go, you buy it, you take it home, you go and put it on fire. Even the oil that's supposed to come on the top so that you'll be able to...
Well, no, just hold on there. Yeah. I should think that I know Deborah. If I don't, then that should be my disadvantage. Deborah is calling us from Taifa. Deborah, good morning.
Good morning.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, I'm doing well.
Okay.
Thank you.
You've been watching the show, right?
Yes, I have been.
You have been watching the show. Where is admin located? Can you hear me?
Please reduce the volume of your TV set and then we can have this conversation. Oh, Lord.
I think she called thinking she was going to say what she's going to use it for.
Yeah, that was the question.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the teacher can teach you in class. But not the kind of question you will make. That is to say that you are really listening.
Yeah.
If you are really paying attention, you actually get it. Anyway, so you were talking about how
it's 100% hygienic. I mean, if it wasn't, FDA wasn't going to.
So Dorcas from Adenta is also joining us. Dorcas, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I trust you're doing well.
Yes.
So you have a carton to win if you are able to answer this question.
Okay.
So let me give the same question. Where is admin located?
Spintex.
Okay.
So that's really good.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. So maybe you can speak to our producers at the background and to get your details and see how best we can. You said your product, you have it in bottle.
Yeah.
So what's the size of the bottle?
That is 950 grams.
950.
So it's roughly about three of this in that bottle.
Grams.
Yeah, 950.
950 grams.
Because this is 350. Yeah, so 950
so
is
that's
about
950
grams. Yeah.
and you are yet to do the strips, right?
Yeah, we're working on it now.
Okay. So you can call again. The numbers are on the screen. How many more cartons do you have to?
We have 4 more to win.
Four more.
Yeah. So
okay, so 1 gone.
Yeah,
so
1
you
gone.
still have 4 more.
Yes.
Okay. Call.
Drum roll. We're waiting for you to call.
So they have a 950 grams one. That is a bottle. The 950 grams. So you would want to also take note of that.
But where can we find them?
Yeah.
So now all the major like shops or places where people source products in Ghana, you'd find us. So Accra, Bublushi, Medina, Tema, Shaiman, all those places. So that's what we call general trade in commerce. So those places we have the product. In modern trade as well, that's the supermarkets, Melcom, ShopRite, all those places you'd find the product as well.
So Evans is joining us from Tamale. Evans, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I trust you're doing well.
Oh, by grace.
And hope you've been watching the show.
Yeah, for sure. I have to watch.
Good. Let me ask you this question. You have a carton to win if you are able to answer the question. This particular product that we see in front of us is the sachet one. They have a bottle one, which is how many grams?
Wow.
No, you're not listening. Come on, we just said it. Okay, I'm going to give you options.
Okay, 500 grams, 750 grams, 950 grams, and the last one is 850 grams. Which one will you go for?
500 grams.
Okay. So I think he didn't get it. He didn't. Sadly, he didn't. This one was a multiple choice question. You didn't. So before you call, listen to the conversation. Try and understand what we are saying, and you have yourself. You win yourself a carton. The reason I'm doing this thing is that how many? You have 12 in there.
Yeah. 12 in there. 12 can do a whole feast.
It can do a whole lot for you for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So you should really be listening.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stephanie from Lakeside is joining. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you've been watching the show, right?
Yes.
You are paying attention to us, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Is this the first or second time admin is sponsoring the Heritage Caravan?
Is this the first time or second? time?
Yeah.
This is the first time.
Congratulations. You won yourself a carton. So you would want to speak to our producers to take your details and you can come for your carton. Okay? But definitely I'll come to your house for the Ghana soup. I'll come to your house for the Ghana soup. So I like the fact that, and what went into the decision to do the packaging red?
So it's just a brighter color of granite paste. Yeah. You know, from the north, when you get the granules, the husk is even different. It looks a bit reddish. You know? And so we just decided to give it the raw color of granite in its rawest form.
Wow.
So, yeah.
A lot of research went into it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So aside we having it, you made mention of places in Accra.
Yeah.
Like you indicated, Accra is not Ghana. So we have to move outside Accra. If somebody wants it, like somebody called from Tamale, the person has seen it, the person is interested, I want to get it in other regions as well. How is the person going to get it?
So at the moment, you can get it here in Accra. You can get it in Kumasi. We are working on Kuforidia as I speak. All the other regions are also coming on board gradually because we piloted it here in Accra, and now we're gradually seeing that Ghanaians are generally accepting the product, and the feedback coming from it, especially when you go to the social media platforms, is just amazing. And so we're now rolling it out in other regions.
So hold on there. Fortunately, Teresa wants to prepare Ghana soup this weekend, and she's joining us from Kasland, Kaswa. Teresa, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You've been watching the show, right? You've been paying attention to us?
Yes.
Okay, good. So there's a sachet, right? The admin, there's another one too in bottle. What is a gram for the bottle?
950 grams.
Oh, congratulations, Teresa. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Teresa there. She's done well.
Yay.
Speak to our producers, and definitely you come for your 12 sachet in the carton.
Yeah, in the carton.
Teresa, and I know you're in Kaswa, so I'll come to Kaswa this weekend. I have a lot of Ghana soups to taste.
Yeah.
So now you've joined the Heritage Caravan.
Yes.
The first time.
Yeah.
You are here to stay.
Yeah.
You're not
definitely.
going anywhere.
Oh, not at all.
And what are your expectations?
So I'd rather talk about what the people in the caravan should expect,
Right.
because on the final day, which is the Sunday, thing will be in Cape Coast at the time. We're planning a sort of back to your childhood thing with Konkonte and Omuto special on a Sunday. So it's going to be like great. We're just going to have all this amazing food with the grano paste. Yeah, and do other things that we can use the grano paste for. So they will have a really good time. But for us, we're hoping that by the time we're done with the caravan, at least would have synced in with the Made in Ghana agenda, the Ghana month in general, and just really, pushing the product out there. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right.
It's been an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the conversation, and I love the fact that we didn't just come here to talk. You actually gave out some goodies to our viewers, and I'm sure they're happy about it because they're going to be preparing some granola soup or doing a lot with it. Some might be baking, some might be even, eating it with other stuff. But I'm glad that you came to do this for us. Thank you so much. So Enoch, I guess we're going to see you at the Heritage Caravan. That's going to be starting on the 1st of March to the 8th of March. And they're going to be going around 14 regions in the country, experiencing the beauty, the culture, the sights and sounds of all these places. And definitely, we are going to be showing you everything that is going to be happening as they move from one region to another. Enoch Edu Mensah, who's the marketing manager of ADMI Granite Paste. Go out there and support ADMI because it's also made in Ghana. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with more.
Welcome, Aquaba, Obake, bienvenue to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily, powered by Ghana Weekend. My name is Dede Davis. Now let's delve into some stories. Ghanaian dancer and content creator Afronita has achieved a major academic milestone, graduating from the University of Ghana with a Bachelor of Science degree in Banking and Finance. Widely known for her electrifying dance moves and viral content, Afronita has successfully balanced her creative career with her academic journey. Her graduation is a testament to discipline, hard work, and determination, proving her talents extend far beyond the stage and social media. Fans and fellow creatives have celebrated the achievement, praising her for blending education and entertainment while inspiring young people across the country. On to other stories, the management of award-winning Ghanaian singer Ifia has dismissed reports claiming she secretly got married. Speaking on Adom FM on February 17, 2026, her representatives clarified that the viral videos circulating online were from an after-party following a traditional knocking ceremony, not a wedding. They emphasized that the footage was never meant for public circulation and confirmed that no marriage has taken place. Rumors had earlier suggested that Ifia tied the knot at a private gathering in Trasacco Phase 2, with some linking her to Nigerian artist Tommy Thomas. However, management insists the claims are unfounded and has urged the public to disregard the speculation as she remains focused on her music career. Moving on to other stories, Ghanaian songstress Jackie has expressed heartfelt appreciation to several media houses as part of her ongoing media tour, presenting them with special citations and gifts in recognition of their unwavering support. During visits to various television and radio stations, including Channel One TV, the award-winning artist acknowledged the crucial role the media plays in amplifying her music and connecting her to audiences. The gesture highlights the strong partnership between artists and media institutions in Ghana's creative industry, reinforcing the importance of collaboration, visibility, and mutual respect.
Black, and I love black. Thank you for sharing this experience with me in honor of my latest album,
and a piece of my heart, I'm especially curated some of my favorites to capture the midnight mood: the custom tea and bead scented dry body oil, a magic mug, USB pen drive.
Moving on, veteran Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade Ekinde has revealed the origin of her famous nickname, Omosexy. Speaking in an interview on Niger FM, she explained that the name was given to her by her husband, Captain Matthew Ekinde, not by fans or colleagues. According to her, the moniker first appeared when he gifted her a Lincoln Navigator and customized the car's plate with the name Omosexy. Since then, the nickname has become an iconic part of her brand, widely recognized within the Nollywood industry and beyond. And now to some international stories. American rapper Cardi B has announced her split from NFL star Stefon Diggs just 3 months after welcoming a child together. The news comes amid her ongoing divorce from rapper Offset. She made the revelation during her Little Miss Drama tour in Los Angeles while responding to a social media post from viral rapper Bia, stating, "Just because I ain't messing with my baby daddy doesn't mean you gotta talk about my baby daddy." Although reports suggest the breakup may be linked to alleged infidelity, none has confirmed the details. And that wraps up the entertainment highlights on Breakfast Daily, powered by Ghana Weekend. Stay with Ghana Weekend for all the juicy stories on your favorite celebrity, event, and everything pop culture. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ghana Weekend TV. My name is Dede Davis. Do have a lovely morning.
To those who haven't experienced love before as well, this is a very special thing that you have to experience. Love can be a very beautiful thing. For those who have seen love, for those who have experienced love, I'm very sure you have your ways of expressing it. Ladies and gentlemen, all lights out, because I have a special surprise for you. If you're ready, sit back, relax, and what's coming up on stage next will blow your mind.
Excerpts of Shades of Love, and this is the event you would have to be at 21st February 2026 at the Zen Gardens. But the man who is fronting this and leading the charge to give us that massive entertainment and all the love in the air and all that in the month of February is Aquabra. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Aquabra. Aquabra, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
We are doing good. Nice. You've been in the studio for a very long time. You're coming here,
but his family.
Yes, yeah, I'm family. So
yeah, his family.
We love it when he is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This event, Shades of Love.
Yes.
This is not the first time you are doing it. I think this is the 9th time.
Yes, this is the 9th year. Yeah.
Wow. What
it's been a long time coming.
A long time coming.
Yeah.
What has really held you on to do it for this long?
I guess that'll be the passion for what I do. And then knowing that throughout the whole year, you get the chance to interact, perform for the fans, the people that you love. Then they get to listen to every song. You know, if you're not an Aquabra fan, you can listen to different songs and then probably pass through to listen to one of my songs. But there's a time that I only get to perform every song of mine for a very serious Aquabra fan.
Wow.
And I don't take that for granted at all. Yeah.
So you're on stage for like how many hours?
I'm roughly for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Enjoying Akwaboah.
Yes.
So you have back-to-back hits, so it's
definitely,
yes.
definitely. It's not going to be boring.
Yeah, it's not going to be boring.
No.
And I like the stage act, what goes into it and all that. Can you tell us what goes into how often you rehearse before you give your audience the best?
So roughly, it takes us like 3 weeks, to really plan. And if you look at what you just watched, that's series of rehearsals. Like that was done before the main event. People coming through, me telling them exactly what I want. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong. They would have to go and come back, and trust me, that's heavy. But then me wanting to give my fans or the family the best, I don't mind doing that, and it's not easy, but we're still here.
Right. So you're going to be on stage for like about 2 hours.
2 hours,
but obviously, I'm sure you have other people on the bill, right?
Yes, but normally what I do is I don't tell people about
who's going to be there.
Yeah,
surprises.
Yeah, because you know it's a Shades of Love concert, and then when you're coming, you know you're coming for an Akwaboah event.
Yeah.
So then you don't buy tickets because of any other artist, and then when you come, the wow factor is when you see other artists performing, and then you know you're satisfied at the end of the event. Than me telling you this person is going to come, then probably they don't show up or they have an event, and then you bought the ticket because of them. You might think I'll be lying to you. So it is totally an Akwaboah event. You come, you enjoy Akwaboah music, and then when you see any act on stage, that's a wow factor. Yeah.
Wow. And this one is happening at the Zen Gardens.
Zen Gardens,
The previous one is where have you been doing them?
Last year was the Palms Convention. I think 3 years ago was Grand Arena.
Okay.
And then I think we had one at the Plus 233. We did one at the Accra City Hotel, Twist nightclub. That's where everything started. So it's been back to back.
Back to back. So why the decision to do it at Zen Gardens this year?
Because I wanted it's kind of a small place. But I get to now interact more with my fans.
So it's intimate.
Very intimate, yes. I can just get down from the stage. I mean, stretch your hands and you can even touch someone, ask questions. So it's not just a performance; it's an experience. Yeah, we get to talk about love, talk about everything.
Yeah. So what's going to happen this year that has never happened last year, or what are people supposed to expect for this year's performance?
I think that would be one the acts on. Coming on stage, one, and then two, like I said, we're going to have I think talks about relationships, why some people make certain choices, and then what's happening, like if you're married, for how long you've been, blah blah. I don't want to spill everything here, so you can ask you some questions and
Grace, go. But this one that you're saying is very interesting. I would wish to be there. Is it free? It's free there, Charlie. So what goes into it?
So it's a cool 250 Ghana cedis for the tickets, but you get some at the entrance.
Oh, okay.
Because we did more of the tables, so there's a limited tickets. That's how come we didn't print with the codes and everything. So if you want to be part of it, you just come to the gate and then you get the 250 Ghana cedis tickets. But then there are tables to it. So there's a 2,000 cedis table for 2, and then there's a 5,000 cedis table for 4, and there's an 8,000 cedis tickets for a table for 8.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so when you come, we've got drinks, we've got fries, anything like killer release, everything.
Oh, so as I'm enjoying Akwaboah,
yes,
I'm enjoying food as
well. So you're eating from Zen because Zen has really good food.
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Wow.
So the champagnes, the wines, the fries, everything. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. If I come down, I don't want to leave.
It's just going to be back to back.
That's interesting. So ahead of time, if someone wants to get the table,
yes,
you said the tickets at the gate.
Yes.
So if someone wants to get a table, how is the person going to get it?
There's a number to call, and it's not officer. I can just mention.
Oh, you can check in there.
Okay, so that's 0598 610 592. So 0598 610 592 or 0204 026 140 0204 026 140. Or Paribia will pick it up and then she will just
sort you out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Exactly. Give you the table that you deserve. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said the table is 2,000?
Yeah,
5,000 and 8,000.
And then 8,000. Yeah.
Right.
The 8,000 for how many?
a table of 8.
8 people. Oh,
Yes.
that's
very cool. Yeah, very
that's
cool. And with the things that you're getting, it's very cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. 1,000 each.
Each person.
You are experiencing Aquabua and you're also enjoying
Experiencing
yourself.
Zen Gardens
food.
food,
Yeah.
Getting some
And
red
drinks,
beignets,
yeah.
you know.
Wow.
Drinks and stuff.
Any final words from you? You said a lot.
Yes. I think you've said everything. Grab your tickets, come in your numbers. Mind you, because the place is kind of not that big. We were looking at having that intimate night, so come in your numbers, let's have fun. I can't wait to actually perform for you all. God bless you. Thanks for having me too.
Yeah.
Before you go,
But we've not said the day.
Yeah.
So it's a Saturday,
Right.
which is the 21st,
Right.
coming
February,
Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, Zen Gardens.
So 2026. Before you go, our viewers will not allow us or will not forgive us if we don't ask you this question. Any banger this year?
I dropped one early January. It's called Akonoba.
Yeah.
It's still banging, and then we've got the album coming out finally, and then I guess there's a World Cup song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Sahara Makane first. I actually wanted to finish everything before I talk about it, but then my home is my home, so yeah, I like to make
That's
it
nice.
here. Yeah.
That's
So we have a World Cup song coming very soon.
You believe we are bringing the cup home?
It's possible. Nah.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I don't want to say much, but
Yeah.
so I mean, we know what we are feeling, so. But it's possible. I believe we're going to get far.
Yeah.
That's where my belief is.
Interesting. Okay, Akwaba, thank you so much for your time. So
thanks for having me.
It's February 21,
Yeah.
2026.
Exactly.
This Saturday at the Zen Gardens.
Yeah.
Please grab your table. It's 2,000, 5,000 and 8,000. And
Yeah.
you can get the ticket as well
At the door,
gate.
Yeah.
That is at 250 Ghana cedis. And make sure that you are part of that experience. He has indicated that we are moving away from just the experience, but also having some things to also enjoy at Zen Garden. So as you are enjoying, you are listening to the music, you're enjoying yourself, and you're also sharing some love messages as well.
Love.
Like he said, there'll be love talks also at that particular place. So it's Saturday. What's the time?
7 p.m.
Okay, 7
So
p.m.
the thing is, it's a 4-hour concert, so we don't want to keep people waiting or go into the night. So by 12 or 1, we should be done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's pretty fast, yeah.
So go soak yourself in love.
Yeah. And for the singles, you never know. If you get there, you might just meet another single person.
It has happened like twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Singles have found their lovers
Yeah,
there.
and then they came the next year with like married. Yeah,
Oh, that's sweet.
it's possible.
You know the atmosphere, the love in the atmosphere and all that will just pull you or pull somebody to get close to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been an interesting conversation here on Channel 1 TV Breakfast Daily. I am Philip Ni Latte.
And my name is Chris Carter, and of course we started the show with Nana 24 Boating. Thank you so much for staying with us from 7 o'clock until now. Hope to see you tomorrow for a new episode right here on Channel 1 TV. Keep watching. Is it 7 o'clock or 7:30? I always